सबको नमस्ते. Hi to everyone, and I think I'm live. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm live. सबको namaste. Thank you for joining. And before I actually start, Himalji is saying very true. Hema, look at her Insta. She has moved on. She thinks she has won the game, right? Just a game for her. Killing talented soul Sushant. Beautiful girl like Disha. Yes, right, Himalji. Karma is coming for arrest 100% issued. Yes. राहुल जी, आपको शायद टाइटल ही समझ में नहीं आया. सो वट एवर यूर सेइंग, आई गेस सेम टू यू. सो नमस्ते अनिता जी. And before I start, few people are joined. So before I start, I just firstly, actually, I want to actually appreciate all the people who went there. मैंने अभी देखा. Actually मैं live पे पकड़ नहीं पाई. थोड़ा late उठी हूँ आज सुबह actually, but I could not catch them when the live was going on. But I saw that a lot of people went to Mont Blanc. They did the candlelight and all that. So really appreciate that. So thank you to all those people who went there. Saloni ji, and I saw Neetu ji, that is Nani ji, and Freeze, and Bharat, and all. I don't know who else I saw. So really appreciate them going there and doing that, because we know that being in Bombay and doing something like that is very especially when the police are right there, it is intimidating. So it takes a lot of courage to even go there and show the support. So really appreciate them. And also the fact that the police was there, which means our voices are heard. So that's a good thing, because that means that they know कि ये लोग कहाँ कहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या प्रोटेस्ट कहाँ कर रहे हैं, सब पता है पुलिस को. इसका मतलब ये अच्छी बात है कि जो हम मैसेज भेजना चाहते हैं वो मैसेज जा रहा है. सो दैट्स ऑल वी वांट, राइट. अगर हम साइलेंटली भी करेंगे, इफ दे आर knowing it, then that's a good thing that we are sending the message. And it is very important. हम कुछ भी करें इस रिगार्ड पे, वहां पे कैंडल डाले, वॉक करें, कुछ भी करें, right? It's just important to show that we are there. We are not going to let the movement go, let the movement down. So that's why it becomes very important. Even choti चीज कुछ भी करे. That is why all the warriors, सबका पार्ट important हो जाता है. वो जो वहाँ पे ग्राउंड पे जा रहे हैं उनका, वो जो कुछ भी बैठ के हम जैसे एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं उनका, जो हम जैसे सचिन जी है, वो हमें like he's sending information on how to contact PMO, how to do grievance, right? That is also important. So everything is important in this movement for us. The most important thing is to be together when it comes to such events. That's it. So when you are together when it comes to such events, that's when we have high numbers, and that is the only when we can actually win this. Otherwise it's not. So in that support, actually मैंने भी यहाँ पे candle जलाया है, just to my way of kind of taking part in that event. So I'm just going to put this candle here. So तो आज सब जगह कैंडल जले, एंड होपफुली हमारी आवाज जाए एजेंसीज तक एंड सब जगह, so that we can get justice for Disha and SSR and Jia Khan. So hopefully our voices will be heard. So again, thank you so much for all the people who went there to Mont Blanc today. So really courageous of you guys. Hummingbird, let me take couple messages before I start. So Bharat, that Mont Blanc police very quick come to, yes. Right, Anita ji. Hummingbird, hello. Hi, Hummingbird. Nani ji is here. Acha, here. I mean, she was there at Mont Blanc. I saw her, and really courageous lady. At her age, she's like taking part in all this, helping us all the other youngsters take this forward is really appreciated. Especially जब पुलिस को सबको पता है कि पुलिस वहां आएगा एंड ऑल राइट सो इट इज वेरी इंटिमिडेटिंग टू like for people to think कि क्या होगा लेके जाएंगे पुलिस and stuff like that so उसके बावजूद भी आना is really appreciated. ऐसे ही साइलेंटली हमें एवरी मंथ अगर ऐसे ही साइलेंटली करते रहे तो एटलीस्ट वो मूवमेंट जिंदा रहेगा एंड वो पुलिस को पता भी रहेगा पुलिस वहां रहेगा इसका मतलब पुलिस को पता भी रहेगा कि ये लोग छोड़ने वाले नहीं है ये आते रहेंगे ऐसे ही चीजें करते रहेंगे. Yes, they are real warriors, more part to them. Yes. Why were so-called frontliners like Parekh, Trivedi and all not them? That is fine. वो जब अपना टाइम पे वो करेंगे तब वो आए हुए हैं राइट वहां पे वो भी तो आए हुए हैं जब उन्होंने अपने टाइम पे किया था तो ये तो अपने हिसाब से वॉरियर्स कर रहे थे तो ये लोग गए सो ऑफ कोर्स इफ एवरीबडी कम्स इट विल बी अ बिग सक्सेस बट अगेन क्या कर सकते हैं इट्स नॉट लाइक एवरी प्रोटेस्ट में एवरीबडी कैन कम राइट बट येस इट वुड बी अप्रिशिएटेड इफ दे डू. Brother, I saw Freeze, I saw Bharat and Saloni ji, Nani ji and Namrata ji. I don't know Namrata. I think Pihu ji was there, maybe, if I remember. Shame on Mumbai police. Yes, at least उन्होंने at least कुछ किया तो नहीं. At least उनको candle तो जलाने दिया. So that's a good thing. So at least silently करने दिया. But I think बाद में they started telling कि वो ये apply करेंगे करके वो जो mask mandate जो भी कोविड का जो ये चल रहा है राइट. सस्मिता जी हेलो यस हैप्पी गणेश चतुर्थी टू यू टू सस्मिता जी as well. We'll post the picture on Twitter. Yes. Okay. So let's now start with what I was going to do today. So we have kind of covered 2019, right? The whole hi Sadhna ji, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, welcome here. Hi Cedar Springs, Emma. It was very moving moment to salute all the warriors who were present at Mont Blanc. Yes, to light the candle. Yes. Yes, hummingbird बोल रही हूँ. Cedar Springs, yes. So we appreciate all of them. Yes. तो हम लोग तो वहाँ है नहीं मुंबई में, so really we can't participate in it, but really appreciate them to do it on behalf of all warriors. The candle lighting for Sushant, Disha, and all others who died so mysteriously. The warriors, yes. Pikachu and others was so beautiful and brave. Yes. Yes, happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you too, Sadhna ji, and to everyone who has joined. So let me now start with. Okay, so I think I had to call them as comments. तो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं 2020 का. मैं थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड करके 2019 का थोड़ा सा बताऊंगी so that we just make. Can you guys hear my voice properly? Because मैं थोड़ा आज ये वाला डाली नहीं हूँ. I'm trying to see. It feels much better to talk like this. But अगर मेरी आवाज सही नहीं आ रही तो please tell me so that I can put my headphone on. Otherwise, I'll continue talking like this. Okay, so I will just rewind a little bit and talk about the 2019 events. We have talked about it extensively in the past, all the things, right? We've taken each topic and talked, but now I'm just going to cover that so that we can continue with the 2020. Clear voice. Thank you, Hummingbird. Yes, इस movement को जिंदा रखना बहुत जरूरी है. Correct. Okay, all clear. Thank you, Melissa. So we are going to. I'm going to. What is this? Abhi tak don't imagine. Don't imagine. I didn't get your point, Ashok ji. The candles were not even allowed to burn till the end. They were removed almost immediately. So sad that the Mumbai police could not give even that much time. Why the hurry? They were worried or ordered. Yeah, they probably were uh, ordered, probably, because the reason could be that अगर उन्होंने सोचा होगा कि इतने लोग आए हैं ऑलरेडी तो और जमा हो जाएंगे, राइट? क्योंकि अगर वो कुछ करेंगे नहीं, देन दे नो कि ये शायद ये वॉरियर्स किसी किसी को बुला ले, फिर और ज्यादा भीड़ न आ जाए, उस वजह से वो लोग जल्दी उसको खत्म करने की कोशिश किए होंगे, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है। लाइक पुलिस को ऑर्डर मिला होगा इसे। तो यहाँ ये हमेशा होगा, दैट्स वाई ये छोटे 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 ये में ही कर सकते हैं, एंड बट स्टिल इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट कि एटलीस्ट the police knows ki this is going on, right? And this is not going to stop. So that message goes, that's enough, actually. You ask for a voice check after so long. Acha. Okay. So let's, so I'm just going to go through the 2019. Okay. So in 2019, we have already discussed the whole thing. I'm a short form mein, I'll just go through the whole of 2019. So we have seen that वो जनवरी से शी स्टार्ट्स टू नो हिम। वो प्रियंका जो प्रियंका को बी फ्रेंड करती है, दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव हर्ड, राइट? शी वाज friend with Priyanka. She was telling, I want a family like you and blah, 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 and all those kind of stuff. Then she one day just calls her suddenly after a party and wants to come to the house. And she comes. So that's how वो जो भी सुशांत के साथ ये होता है, राइट? तो सोचो अगर जनवरी से वो जान रहा है एंड देन सडनली वो अप्रैल में ऑलरेडी घुस गई, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब यही है कि वो एक शी इज ऑल्सो शोड हर सेल्फ एज this smart, intellectual, intelligent person to kind of show him that she could be an asset for his team also. That is what she has showed also to him. That is why he allowed her entry into his house. Okay, that is one. Second is the Bollywood thing, right? So she has showed as though she is like this abla nari, whatever, she's going through this tough time with these Bollywood directors, jo bhi hai, right? एंड ऑल दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, तो वो सब दिखाई होगी। तो इसने सोचा होगा बेचारी ये लड़की इतनी स्मार्ट है, इतनी ये है, सब कुछ कर सकती है, बट शी इज बॉलीवुड में शायद इसको इतना सपोर्ट नहीं मिले, वट एवर, एंड शी इज ट्राई टू हेल्प हर। सो इन दैट वे ये घुसी है। उसके बाद वट एवर शी वुड हैव डन फर्दर मोर सेड्यूसिंग और वट एवर, एंड देन got him into that honey trap, right? So we are seeing कि तब से लेके अप्रैल एंड वी हैव सीन द फ्रेंड्स, जो भी फ्रेंड्स उसको कांटेक्ट कर रहे थे एंड ऑल दैट, वी हैव सीन कि वो अनीशा जो है, अनीशा मदाक जो है, या दूसरी जो बैरेट है, या आई एम ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट 2 people, बट देयर आर सो मेनी पीपल हु हैव कम आउट इन रिपब्लिक व्हिच यू कैन फाइंड ऑल द इंटरव्यूज ऑफ। तो सबने यही बोला है कि जून के बाद दे वर नॉट एबल टू कॉन्टैक्ट हिम, राइट? सो and we have seen that clearly. It's not like just them saying it. They have actually given proofs. Anisha had showed us proofs of her chats जहाँ पे वो अप्रैल में उससे बात कर रही है, एलए आने के ऊपर वो बोल रहा है हाँ वो हॉलीवुड की तरफ देख रहा है, हॉलीवुड में शी इज ट्राइंग टू फाइंड प्रोजेक्ट्स फॉर हिम। एंड देन इन अप्रैल, in May actually, she tries to she's sending messages to him. May also, till May end, he has replied to her that yes, give me some time, I will get back to you, I will find some dates in June. तो ये सब बोल रहा है, करेक्ट? उसके बाद तुरंत नो कॉन्टैक्ट। उसके बाद she has sent messages in June, she has sent message in September, she has sent message in November, she has sent message again in January also of 2020, wishing him happy birthday and all. So yeah, this time when he has not replied, she has come to know September mein that he is after September that he has gone to Europe, whatever, and she would have thought TK is busy with his girlfriend and ye wo, that's why he's ignoring. But it was still very shocking for her to see कि because this guy was talking so much about coming to Hollywood and all, जब ये लड़की भेज रही है उसको जून में that the directors are going to be there and you can meet them, some Hollywood directors are going to be there in Mumbai, and ये सब भेज रही है and no reply to her. Okay, so what does that mean? it can't mean that he didn't see it, correct? If he would have seen that messages, that means obviously he would have replied. इसका मतलब उसका फोन नंबर शायद तब तक ऑलरेडी चेंज हो चुका था या फोन किसी और के पास था. That is the only explanation we can have, right? Otherwise he would have definitely replied, because he was a guy who was replying to her, like she says, even like if she's in a class and asking a question, right, he would reply that to her. That's the kind of relation she had with him. But धीरे I mean, sometimes in life it happens कि you know you have a girlfriend, you get busy, but उसका suddenly stop हो गया पूरा, right? So that is one thing we have already noticed in this time period, right? And उसी time में now yesterday we went through the whole chats of the team drug chats and all that. That is in July. So July में वो सब party कर रहे हैं. He is in one room. They have kept in the room. Obviously she might be telling them that he's sick, right? And then so अगर April and one another very important thing is उसका सारा staff and everybody were gone by June. So June से all new staff were there except for couple of them, right? जैसे कि नीरज and Keshav, the cooks, I think they were there before and they are harmless anyway. So I think she would have thought it's okay. They are not going to get into Sushant's space. So let them be there, right? So बाकी सबको उसने काटा था. So that happened. So same parallelly you can see कि वो ये चल रहा था. तो इसका मतलब अगर वो अंदर ही अंदर ड्रग कर रही थी. And I forgot one important point जो कि अप्रैल जो कि जब उसकी प्रियंका दीदी अप्रैल में वहां पे आई थी. दैट इज व्हेन दैट थिंग हैपेंड वेयर वो पार्टी करती है एक एंड प्रियंका जाती है उस पार्टी में एंड देखती है कि वो पूरा उसका क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज कर रही है सुशांत का. दिस इज इन अप्रैल. शी इज जस्ट knowing Sushant from January. So how like she has got that much of this thing to use the credit card, right? So she's using his credit card, doing this पार्टी एंड ऑल दैट. तो तब कुछ ऑल्टरकेशन हुआ होगा उसके साथ. उस ऑल्टरकेशन से उसको पता लग गया होगा इसको पहले मुझे हटाना पड़ेगा, राइट? ये तो पहले से ही पता लगा होगा, इसीलिए तो वो इस तरह घुसी है कि प्रियंका जी के थ्रू ही घुसी है. क्योंकि एवरीबडी इफ यू सी हिज प्रीवियस थिंग ऑल्सो, वो जो भी पार्टी में दिखता है, वेदर इट इज स्मिता पारेक्स पार्टीज और महफिल्स, और इवन इफ यू सी हिम इन सम अदर काइंड ऑफ लाइक दिस छोटा मोटा अवार्ड फंक्शंस, यू सी हिम विद प्रियंका. Okay, so she has known that Priyanka is the one जो पहले उसको मुझे काटना पड़ेगा. Okay, so she put the thing on her. Okay, वो allegation डाल दी वहां पे and somehow or the other she has found a way to convince that Sushant, and Sushant took her side rather than his sisters at that time. So I mean that talks about how honest he is. That proves that there itself कि वो अपने sisters जिसको अपनी life मानता है, and he was actually supporting Rhea at that time, right? So वो कुछ ना कुछ ऐसे दिखाई होगी that it made him believe like that. Okay, तो वो part हो गया था. And I think Neetu ji is here. Namaste Neetu ji, I saw you. Nani ji, I call you Nani ji. Nani ji, thank you so much for being a really brave warrior. I saw the lovely video actually before I did this on all you guys being there at Mont Blanc. So really thank you so much आप लोगों को that you're keeping this movement alive. क्योंकि जो लोग वहाँ मुंबई में हैं या दिल्ली में जो कुछ कर सकते हैं ग्राउंड पे, these people only can actually help us kind of keep it alive also. So इसलिए नानी जी thank you so much for doing that. तो मैं आपके बारे में ही स्टार्टिंग में बात कर रही थी. मीतू डी, रिया मेट सुशांत इन अप्रैल. ओके, या so we can see all that is happening, but January and all she's had conversation with him. She's kind of known him. It is just that I think April में शायद प्रियंका दी के through she came into his life, into his home kind of. I'm going to take this. Hummingbird says Neetu Naniji, kudos to you. Yes, we all are saying that. We all echo that. So ये क्या हो गया? कुछ तो पॉपअप आ गया मेरे ये में लैपटॉप में. Okay. So that's the sequence we have talked about, right? Then उसके बाद आता है September, right? And again, this is the time we don't know कि उसका हालत क्या था सुशांत का, right? So if they were drugging him and all that, अगर जुलाई में हम लोग वो ड्रग वर्क का देख रहे हैं, chats and all the drug chats and all that, right? So all this was going on now and it is continued and they are telling that he's sick and all. उसी टाइम पे वो सारे पैरानॉर्मल एक्टिविटीज की चीजें वो सब हो रहे हैं, उसको कन्विंस किया जा रहा है कि समथिंग इज रॉन्ग विथ हिम, समथिंग इज रॉन्ग विथ दिस हाउस, सो ऑल दैट इज गोइंग ऑन. तो उस टाइम में इवन लॉट ऑफ मनी थिंग्स वेर गोइंग ऑन प्रोबेबली, क्योंकि अगर वो अप्रैल में क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज कर रही थी, दैट मीन्स उस टाइम से ही वो थोड़ा 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 पैसा ऑलरेडी स्विंडल कर रही थी. ओके, सो दैट ऑल्सो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड. सो नाउ लेट्स कम टू सितंबर. फिर सितंबर में आके वो कंपनी एक खोलते हैं, जो कि आई थिंक सितंबर 12th दे ओपन दैट कंपनी विच इज द विविड रेज रियलिटी. राइट नाउ अगेन वी हैव नो आइडिया कि किस सिचुएशन में सुशांत होंगे जब वो कंपनी खुला था. करेक्ट, बिकॉज सितंबर के तुरंत बाद जाके यूरोप ट्रिप में जाते हैं. राइट, सो नाउ यूरोप ट्रिप हुआ. तो यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद के सीक्वेंसेस भी हमने बात किया कि यूरोप ट्रिप में ऑफ कोर्स जरूर कुछ हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से देयर इज अ पॉपअप हियर जो जा ही नहीं रहा है मेरे लैपटॉप से. 1 सेकेंड. ओके, सो कुछ और ओपन हो गया. ओके, सो यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद again we have gone through the whole sequence that I did yesterday. Also I showed you few things, and Susan Walker ke bare mein we already talked. So when as soon as she came, they came there, they have showed to multiple doctors. तो मैंने सारे वो डॉक्टर्स के नाम भी लिए थे. राइट, सो कुछ डॉक्टर आई थिंक फ्रीज ने कवर किया था, जैसे निकिता शाह को दिखाया था करके. बट देन दे हैव आल्सो November 7th टेकन टू सुजन वॉकर, एंड yesterday I showed you another doctor's prescription that was Praveen दादाजी, आई थिंक प्रवीण दादाजी करके जो प्रेस्क्रिप्शन है, जिसको उन्होंने सिस्टर को भेजा. राइट, सो ये सब अभी नवंबर स्टार्टिंग में हो रहा है. राइट, दिस इज द सेम टाइम व्हेन maybe first as soon as they came from the Europe trip, the house was not there, right? Because they were trying to shift the house. So during this time, their family, okay, Rhea's family and Samuel Miranda, ये सब ये काम कर रहे हैं कि ये जो उसके हाउस से सारी चीजें सेल कर रहे थे, जो चीजें हैं. सो दे वर मैनेजिंग ऑल दैट एंड दे वर ट्राइंग टू लुक फॉर द हाउस. तो ये सब ये कर रहे थे. एंड हमने देखा हुआ है कि जो भी घर वर की बातें एंड ऑल, एवरीबडी दैट वी हैव सीन, रियल एस्टेट वाले व्हाटएवर, एवरीबडी हैव कम एंड टोल्ड कि रिया had contacted them, Rhea had contacted. So Rhea was the one doing all that. Okay, जो भी फोन कॉल करके जाके देखना है जो भी. So at this time now he is down and सबको बोला जा रहा है कि इसको डेंगू है, जबकि इसको डेंगू था नहीं. ये बात अलग थी कि वहां यूरोप ट्रिप में कुछ हुआ होगा. And then they kept him at their house, and then they have taken him for I think couple of months to Waterstone. So probably November, December and all, he's probably stayed there. Okay, so now again in November we see, हमने देखा था November 7th. I'm going by dates, okay? And this is all the things I've already showed, so I'm just talking about it. The next I'll talk about it. So November 7th we saw that they took the Susan Walker car. So they have already started him with the medication, right, in November. So that is why he probably was having all this extra anxiety or side effects and all this kind of stuff. Now to control that, what they're doing, November 25th, we see, again, we are talking about 2019, right? November 25th, we see the chats of CBD oil and all this going on between Jaya Shah and Rhea. Okay, तो वो November 25th. उसी दिन उसके सिस्टर्स आ रहे थे. वो चैट से ही पता चला हमें कि उसके सिस्टर्स आ रहे थे. So this I covered yesterday. So the sisters come and then he refused to go with them. They go and meet him actually in Waterstone. ये एक इंटरव्यू में बोला गया था कि वाटरस्टोन गए थे वो लोग मीट करने, and he had agreed to come with them. But then उसके बाद रिया एंड उसके डैड या कोई आता है वहां पे वाटरस्टोन सुशांत से मिलने, and after that he comes back and he tells them, I'm not going to come. He changes his mind. Okay, so again pure manipulation there. We don't know how she manipulated though. So that happens. Maybe उसको बोला गया होगा कि सब दुनिया को पता चल जाएगा या whatever, if you take some drastic step like this, go be somewhere else. कुछ तो होगा, एक नहीं तो clearly कुछ blackmail. Okay, two things only can happen, right? So that happened. Then we see 26th November. Okay, 26th November, I showed you a chat of Sushant's sister Rani-Di sent a message to Shruti Modi asking her to give all the prescriptions that he's taking, right? So she sends the prescription of this Praveen, that doctor called Praveen Dadaji, right? उसका prescription वो Rani-Di को भेजती है, correct? Now that is only one doctor's prescription. So where were all the other doctors that they were showing? उनका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन क्या क्या हुआ, वो तो उन्होंने तब तो उसमें तो शेयर नहीं किया था, राइट? So since he didn't come with the sister to Waterstone and all, and उससे पहले भी एक इंसिडेंट हुआ होगा जो हमें अशोक ने बताया था, जहां पे मीतू दी had gone with अशोक to meet सुशांत, एंड उसके बाद शायद ये वाटरस्टोन का हुआ होगा, क्योंकि वहां से फिर वाटरस्टोन लेके गए होंगे. And that time also she was not allowed to meet because she was sending WhatsApp messages and he was replying that he is busy in the meetings, which means probably he was not replying, somebody else was replying. Another thing, okay? And even if he was replying, तो कुछ तो उसको बोला होगा that don't we don't want to show everybody, फिर ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा करके कुछ तो बोला होगा. So he did not, probably he did not meet his sister. Okay, so that was happening. So basically ये सब time में we can see that he is not even in his senses. Probably उसको भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा मुझे क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. He probably is lost because they're giving him so much of medication, they're keeping him down all the time. So उसको भी बहुत सारी चीजें पता नहीं चल रही हो. फिर वो जो ड्रग वीडियोस निकले उसमें एक था जिसमें सैमुअल हैकअप दिख रहा है. सो दैट वीडियो इज एक्चुअली बिफोर जून. ओके, सो फॉरगेट दैट वीडियो, उसमें तो होगा ही नहीं कुछ, वो तो सिर्फ रोड सिगरेट ऐसे बोल रहे थे. तो वो भी मैंने ऑलरेडी दिखा दिया था आपको. नेक्स्ट द अदर टू वीडियोस वी सॉ, एक फार्म हाउस पे था एंड एक रिया के घर पे था. तो रिया के घर का वो तो यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद का होगा. ओके, तो उसमें भी हमने देखा कि वो किस हालत में था. एंड देन वो जो फार्म हाउस का है दैट ऑल्सो वी सॉ. So we can see that all these have come out after, probably after the Europe trip, जब उसका हालत और ज्यादा ऐसे दिख रही है. ओके, बिकॉज बिफोर दैट वो जो सैमुअल हैकअप के साथ है वहां तो नॉर्मली दिख रहा है, वो जस्ट सिगरेट ये कर रहे हैं, किसको पता कि वो सिगरेट में क्या है. उसमें बोल भी रहे हैं कि वो it is not this thing करके, right? So it could just be like herbal cigarette. So we can't just go by that. So November, so now we covered the November, right? So November 26th को the sister is trying to find out. So the family was doing everything they could to find out कि ये हमारे साथ भी नहीं आ रहा है, फिर he is sick, so what is going on? And maybe they doubted कि डेंगू का तो उन्होंने भी डाउट किया होगा नहीं है करके. So that's why she is asked for prescription. तो जब prescription दिया होगा उनको भी पता लगा है कि हाँ he is going through something, but nobody is going to think that this girl is that harmful that she's going to do something like that, right? So they are trying to figure out कि रियली ये जो बोल रहे हैं ये हो रहा है कि नहीं. अगर सुशांत ने उनको बोला होगा कि yes I have been diagnosed with bipolar or something, then they would have told, then he would have told that I have gone and met Susan, so I have met the doctor, so it's fine, we can trust it, right? तो अगर वो रिया को बिलीव नहीं कर रहे तो भी सुशांत को थोड़ा बहुत बिलीव कर रहे होंगे कि क्या ऐसे हो सकता है. So they are all thinking, the sisters are just thinking कि what is going on, right? So that is what they're thinking. So in that way, like, nobody will doubt that much. But they already doubted Rhea from a long time. वो तो पता है प्रियंका के एलिगेशन होने के बाद ही they have had their doubts on her, right? But now अगर वो खुद बोल रहा होगा कि मैं डॉक्टर के पास गया हूँ and consult किया and then bipolar, that is only one consultation again. But that is why the sisters would have been trying to find out these things in the back, trying to find that. So we see November 26th chat, 2019 ka, that I already showed you guys. Now come to November 29th chat. So November 29th chat from the father, okay, that is going to Rhea and Shruti Modi, where he's trying to find out information. He's trying to tell them, book my ticket. He, in that chat, he's also telling that Sushant called me and he said he's stressed. So as a father, you may not be that close to your father to tell everything, right? So you may just say, I'm stressed and all that, just in few words, you may just say, I'm stressed or I'm in tension. Okay, I'll talk later or whatever, right? So उस तरह से कुछ information दिया होगा सुशांत ने. So that's why he's also trying to find out. So ये सब नवंबर में चल रहा है. So the family is trying to really dig into it and try to find out. Okay. So now December May is when they bought the house. Okay. So now I will show you we are going to the next sequence now. Now I'll share one video of, and remember that इस time में पिटानी चला गया था. ये लोग जब यूरो ट्रिप पे गए, right? Then Pitani was gone and then Sushant called Pitani again. So now we will see that interview of Pitani, and let me take few. Hello Usha. All are appointments after Rhea entrance, as stated, Pitani called by Sushant. Why it was? Can she explain lots of things just right ahead of it? All our appointments after Rhea. Correct. All the appointments are after her entrance. Correct. And even this guy Siddharth Pitani, he had gone away. जितना दिन था वो मजे किया हैश वैश के साथ एंड चला गया, राइट. बट नाउ बिकॉज उसको तो कुछ काम नहीं था जब तक था वो, तब तक वो he came in to help Sushant. But if you see, all Rhea's videos were done by him, so he was actually helping Rhea. So he went back, and then this इन्होंने ही बोला होगा, राइट. और क्या काम होगा इनको, इनका तो प्लान में तो होगा इसको तो डाउन करना है. ओ एंड देन नवंबर में डोंट फॉरगेट ऑल द ट्रांजैक्शंस दैट हैव हैपेंड आल्सो इन नवंबर डिसंबर ओनली, जहां पे सैमुअल मिरांडा हैज गॉन एंड टेकन मनी आउट ऑफ द बैंक एंड एवरीथिंग. ये शायद उसने ऑथराइज किया होगा सुशांत ने, बिकॉज सुशांत को बोला गया होगा कि अरे पूजा करवाना है तो पैसा निकालना है, ये करना है. सो दे गॉट एक्सेस टू हिज कार्ड्स एंड एवरीथिंग ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम, ड्यूरिंग दैट नवंबर डिसंबर टाइम when he was low and feeling this thing, and when they had whatever, given him high doses and done all that, and also giving him all this bipolar medicine and all, that is the time ये सब transactions भी same time पे हुए. Okay, and उसका shopping भी बहुत कुछ उसी time पे हुआ है. Okay, November December time. So now stated, okay, she met him at Rohini Iyer party April 13th. She said it in today. That is the first time she said that when she met him. That is in 2017 in Rohini Iyer party. Correct. She's known him from 2015. वो बात अलग है. I'm talking about when she entered into his house. That is what we are talking about. क्योंकि जनवरी से वो ऑफिशियली डेट करने लगी थी उसको, बट उससे पहले तो वो सब जगह 2015 से जानती है उसको. शी नोज, शी इज मेट हिम इन लॉट ऑफ पार्टीज, बिकॉज यू सी हर इन सुवेद लोहियास पार्टीज वेयर सुशांत है, वो भी है. यू सी हर इन दीवान्स पार्टीज, बाबा दीवान के पार्टी में जहां दोनों भी है. सो दोनों नहीं, आई एम नॉट सीन सुशांत, आई हैव सीन दिस गाय. एंड देन द बाबा सिद्दीकी पार्टीज, वहां पे भी वो तो कब से दिख रही है, राइट. सो ये सबके जो एकता पार्टीज, दिवाली पार्टीज एंड ऑल, देयर आल्सो यू सी हर फ्रॉम लॉन्ग टाइम. सो ये लोग ऐसे एक्वांटेंस मिल रहे होंगे. दे नो दैट ओ शी इज सुशांत इज रिया, बट ही वाज डेटिंग समवन एल्स, राइट. तो इसको एंट्री कब मिली, इसको एंट्री जब मिली जब सारा अली खान निकल गई, एंड देन somebody planted her in his life. That's when she got entry, right. So officially she would have known in Rohini Iyer party, जो कि 2017 का जो पार्टी था, वहां से थोड़ा सा शायद फ्रेंडशिप ज्यादा हुआ होगा 2017 से. So that is what she's telling in the interviews. Please know that it was my duty as I'm all SSRian. Thank you नानी जी. ड्यूटी तो होता है बट फिर भी सब लोग करते नहीं है, राइट. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी रियली थैंक यू फॉर दैट. Namaste, Naniji. So proud of you. Yes. When Anandi Dhawan hired, she escaped from Mumbai to the parents. Yes. See, that is why we don't know where this whole team is, right? क्योंकि अगर वो डायरेक्टली इसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होंगे, मुझे नहीं लगता है, उसका जो टीम जो बनाया था उसने, बट उस टीम को भी इस लड़की ने इस तरह मैनिपुलेट कर दिया था कि ट्राइंग टू टेल कि हाँ ही इज सिक एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड दे आर थिंकिंग शी इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ हिम, एंड यू नो दैट ही इज रियली सिक. They were also convinced, I think, that he is sick, and so they are not caring too much about that. They are thinking about their own thing ki, oh, let's enjoy today, ye hash mil raha hai, ye mil raha hai, so let's just have party and go, and that's all they are looking forward to. Nothing. Salute to you नानी जी. सब नानी जी को मैसेज दे रहे हैं. वो जानती थी कि प्रियंका तो दूर करने से ही SSR ट्रैप हो सकते हैं. करेक्ट. Because Priyanka was the one, see, it's all done very planned, okay. Priyanka is the one जो उसका फाइनेंशियली सब कुछ हैंडल कर रही थी. तो जो फाइनेंशियली हैंडल कर रहा था उसको ही तो पहले टारगेट करेंगे ना. सो दैट इज व्हाई शी वाज टारगेटेड फर्स्ट. वो जानती थी कि या करेक्ट सस्मिता जी. नमस्ते भास्कर जी. Radhe Radhe is telling to Cedar Springs how Jayasha appointed. Who does Jayasha to इसकी है, right? She's from Quan or Cornerstone, I think, if I remember correctly. क्या एक्चुअली SSR ने रिया के साथ दिया होगा क्योंकि चैट तो ऑथेंटिक नहीं है. अच्छा, and that chat yesterday we went through the chat of their private chats that the Riya's team leaked. तो वो तो हम मानेंगे ही नहीं ऑथेंटिक है, जिसमें कि वो प्रियंका के ऊपर वो बोल रहा है या अपने ब्रदर इन लॉ के ऊपर बोल रहा है, वो ऑथेंटिक है, हम मान ही नहीं सकते, क्योंकि दैट वीडियो आई शोड यू इटसेल्फ देयर आर सो मेनी एनॉमलीज, देयर इज नो डेट रेफरेंस, देयर इज नो व्हेन इट वाज व्हाट, नथिंग, राइट? सो वो तो हम मान ही नहीं सकते हैं. सो या वी डिसमिस दैट. So that doesn't carry any weight at all here. And even if it was true, it still doesn't carry any weight, क्योंकि अगर वो तुरंत उस इंसिडेंट के बाद हुआ होगा जब वो एलिगेशन लगा रही होगी, तब तो वो शायद उसकी वजह से उसको सपोर्ट कर रहा होगा एंड अपनी सिस्टर के बारे में कुछ बोल रहा होगा. सो डज दैट doesn't matter at all to the case. Shruti Modi taken over by Anandi Dhawan, or all are working together. या ये सब ना, सी जया शाह, श्रुति मोदी, ये सब ये कंपनी के थ्रू आए हैं, टैलेंट एजेंसीज, दे आर फ्रॉम टैलेंट एजेंसीज, राइट? सो दे हैव कम थ्रू द क्वान एंड कॉर्नरस्टोन. सो दीज आर ऑल कॉर्नरस्टोन एंड क्वान पीपल दैट हैव सराउंडेड हिम राइट हियर. इसीलिए द क्वान, आई मीन वी हैव गॉन थ्रू लॉन्ग बैक ऑल द ट्रांजैक्शंस, राइट? क्वान हैज पेड हर टिल नवंबर, till I think November of 2020 she's been paid by Kwan. Okay, so why were they paying her every month or every this thing that much lakh money? Why were they paying her? So that was a commission for what, right? For what? So basically even she was managing Sushant in a way, they were giving her something for managing him in that way. Probably they are incapacitated with a mix of drugs, uppers and CBD oil, etc. Yes, उसके ऊपर वो बाइपोलर वो सब चल रहा था. सो उसका हालत उन्होंने यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद बहुत खराब कर दिया है. नवंबर, दिसंबर एंड ऑल इज बीन इन अ रियली बैड सिचुएशन. हर्बल सिगरेट बोल रहे हैं भास्कर जी. यस, हर्बल सिगरेट हो सकता है, करेक्ट. आरती जी नमस्ते. Namaste. Okay, now I think I will move on to the next this thing. He was drugged right from the Europe trip. Yes, yes. Did they mess him with the doses during the trip? Yes, they messed him because see they wanted कि वो कुछ भी करे, he needs to be alone. Right now in Europe trip he would be alone. Right, they would be just her and Shovik whatever in the hotel rooms. So he would not be able to reach out to someone वहां से, right? So that is the reason they would have done that. whatever spiking or high dose करना है या कुछ भी उनके ऊपर ट्राई करना है, वो यूरोप ट्रिप में ये हुआ होगा, इसीलिए उसका हालत वहां पे खराब हुआ होगा. एंड वहां पे तो यूरोप में तो सब कुछ मिलना भी तो इजी है ना. इट्स नॉट लाइक इंडिया, राइट? यू कैन गेट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इवन लीगली देयर इन यूरोप. no, she met 2019 or 2017. नहीं, रोहिणी अयर्स पार्टी was I think 2017. Hold on, let me tell you. रोहिणी अय्यर का पार्टी में कब वो पहली बार मिली थी वहां. That doesn't mean that she was dating him. She was not dating him, but she met him in रोहिणी अय्यर्स पार्टी in 20. देखो मैंने लिख के भी रखा है because I went through this sequence once long back जब हमने एक वीडियो किया था I think वरुण के चैनल पे. दैट टाइम आई वेंट थ्रू दिस होल सीक्वेंस ऑफ कौन से पार्टी में कौन कब मिला था. सो रोहिणी अय्यर, राइट, August 8th 2017. सो 2017 का रोहिणी अय्यर का पार्टी जहाँ पे वो एक रेड ड्रेस पहन के बाहर निकल रही है. यू विल सी देयर इज अ वीडियो ऑफ दैट एंड that is where she has met him. That doesn't mean she was dating him. Dating तो उसने 2019 में किया है. 2019 January is when she entered his life. Okay, so now let's go back. अरे मेरा पेज चला गया जहाँ पे मैंने कुछ सीक्वेंस लिखा था अभी, इसको देखने के चक्कर में. कहाँ गया मेरा पेज? अरे यार. Okay, anyway, I think I remember the dates, so it's fine. Because वो chats words का dates लिख के रखा है मैंने, so that I don't lose that sequence when I'm talking to you guys. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now let's come back to 2020. First, let me share with you that video. Hemaji, there is a link of Rhea entry to Sarah Ali Khan. Yeah, Sarah Ali Khan ke saath she was already a buddy. They were already like what is a gym buddy. So we have seen a lot of pictures with them together. Even when Sarah was like, I guess, dating or even before dating Sushant and all, they have been friends. So we have seen all that. They are friends. Okay, Anandi Dhawan, Ayush Sharma, Pitani were part of the drug chat. Jaya was from Kwan, correct. Correct, Mayaji. She was from Kwan. Dating started in April, correct. Because she entered, so January, May and all that, right? She started to know Priyanka, and then वो conversations हुए हैं जहाँ पे बोला हमें बोला गया था, I think Neetu के through or somebody, that she met Priyanka in some party, and that is how she befriended Priyanka, and then she got through. Not that she didn't know Sushant, she knew Sushant, but she needed another icebreaker kind of to get into his life, right? So she used Priyanka for that. You can see since the time Rhea entered, SSR appearance changed completely. He looked so different. Europe trip में तो he looks different in that also, and आने के बाद तो और भी you can see हालत उसका बाल कैसा दिख रहा था, उसका body कैसा दिख रहा था, because he was not able to do anything, right? The gym and all that. Kwan co-owner Salman Khan, Cornerstone, managed by Sohail Khan, brother-in-law. All roads point to Kwan. Yes, all road points to Kwan and Cornerstone. She doesn't seem like a, yeah. They were just, see. He probably was helping her through her tough times. He thought he was helping her through her tough times, and is allowed entry into the house. And they probably were like just like that initial kind of dating जो चलता है, right? वो शायद चल रहा था. I'm not going to say that they were not together. They were together, but people take time to understand each other, to know. So that's why you never see him say I love you, because he's taking his time. Rhea knew him for a long time, but took advantage in 19 of April. Correct, because he was in a very vulnerable situation. That was the right time for her to do. 2019 of Jan. Correct. Priyanka husband came especially to support SSR because of this breakup with Sarah. Correct. Oh, he was down, and that is why they came to be with him for a while at that time. That's why Priyanka was staying with him for a while, and then ये लड़की Priyanka के through से enter करके she tried to get into the house. Less fit and skin also looked worse. Yes. Okay. Now we will move to the this thing क्योंकि already 45 minutes हो गया. मैंने अब तक सिर्फ रिवैम्प किया 2019 का. So Varsha ji, welcome. You can show the interview because okay. First, let's me share this now. Let me go through this right now because this interview with Pitani is important. Kyunki Pitani, he came back in January. So Sushant called him in January and he comes back and pay attention to all the things he's telling, right? So he came back and he says that he went and met him and he saw him in his room and room में वो जाके उससे मिला तो वो बहुत down था and he was kind of saying that I'm all alone, I don't have anybody, everything. So now connect to 2019 में जब ये सब इसके साथ हुआ है कहीं ना कहीं सुशांत को भी रियलाइज हुआ है कि समथिंग इज गोइंग ऑन हियर, आई नीड टू गेट अवे फ्रॉम ऑल दिस, राइट? Because I'm not feeling good, I'm not feeling this thing. So he would have had some kind of a conversation with Rhea, and Rhea is also gone at that time, January में. Okay, Rhea is not with him in January. बाद में जब सिद्धार्थ पिटानी एंटर होता है एंड देन सिद्धार्थ पिटानी को इसीलिए वो बुलाया था बिकॉज ही वाज ऑल अलोन एंड देन ही कॉल्स हिम and he's trying to kind of start again. Okay, he's trying to think maybe in his head कि मैं ये सब नहीं लूंगा, ये मेडिसिन नहीं लूंगा, ये नहीं करूंगा, वो नहीं करूंगा, I will just start new. So he told him to come back so that to help him with all that stuff, right? So he comes back in Jan and he also tells him that, and then उसके तुरंत बाद they go to पंचकुला to meet the sister. वो जब पूरा मिलने के लिए जाते हैं, right? So Siddharth Pitani also went with him at that time, correct? But सिद्धार्थ पिटानी को रिया ने फिर कांटेक्ट किया होगा. सो रिया वाज स्टिल हैविंग इन टच विद सिद्धार्थ पिटानी. सो अगर कुछ भी उनके बीच थोड़ा बहुत अनबन हुआ होगा ऑल्सो, then she would have tried to kind of cover up that, close that and console him, whatever, and come back again. So that is what has happened. Okay, so there are points what I'm trying to say where he's tried to get away from these people, but it's not allowed. वो हुआ नहीं है क्योंकि अगर वो रिया भी बाहर चली गई होगी यहाँ पे फिर भी उसके साथ वो सैमुअल मिरांडा बैठा होगा, दीपेश सावंत बैठा होगा, and these two people are still there to bind that together, right? And of course Shruti Modi was still working for him, Jaya Shah was still there, so they उसकी वजह से फिर से वो वापस आ गई. Okay, now let me share this video. सो एक तरह से उसको ना पूरा बांधा गया है सब चीजों से. Where is that Siddharth Pitani's video? And these are all initial interviews. Okay, so that is why they matter a little, because initially उनको पता नहीं चल रहा था मैं क्या बोलूं क्या नहीं बोलूं, this kind of things. So that is why they would have told lot of things that have come out of their mouth would have been real at that time. Pitani's first statement, here you go. Okay, so this is what interview में वो जो चीजें बोला था.
Dipesh is the other person in the house. He's the after like half an hour, 40 minutes, Keshav had walked up to me and said, he sir have locked himself.
I'm going to move forward the 14th events because we can do that later.
To help him out with certain things. So like how I was helping with the the creative aspect of it. And
see, one weird thing in all his interviews was, इसी से पता चलता है कि कितना झूठा है और इसको पता है कि मैं इतना तो झूठ बोल रहा हूँ, तो that's why he is covering his mask. And if you remember नविता के इंटरव्यूज में, नविता बोल रही हूँ, टाइम्स नाउ के इंटरव्यूज में नविका ने एक बार बोला भी था, आप तो अकेले बैठे हैं रूम के अंदर, तो आप मास्क क्यों पहने हैं, मास्क निकालो करके. So the reason is doing all that so that people don't read him, right? People don't read his body language, people don't read his face, because जब खुद झूठ बोल रहे हो तो confident नहीं हो तो face नहीं दिखाओगे. So that is, so because of COVID he had that reason कि मैं mask डालूं, क्योंकि ये तो बैठा हुआ है एक रूम में, तो mask क्यों पहना है, right? So he did that for all the interviews. That itself tells that how suspicious it is and how guilty he was that उसको मास्क पहनना पड़ा to talk, because he knew कि वो जो भी बोलेगा आधा तो उसमें झूठ होगा. So that's why. Are you guys able to, क्योंकि मैं अभी StreamYard screen में हूँ and I don't look at the other screen. Wait, let me go to StreamYard screen to see you guys are even listening. He's hiding behind the mask. Yes. Absolutely. Neetu ji, sorry. Okay, I sent the StreamYard link, but I will finish the videos that I have to go through first, क्योंकि 2020 का बहुत important है sequence. उसके बाद I'll take you guys in. So give me some time for that. But पहले मैं अपना खत्म कर दूँ. So यहाँ पे let me know if the voice is clear or not.
So Deepesh had worked in the TV industry. He has idea about production design and everything. So he could handle all those. So he was there for that. Okay. So we both tried knocking the door, and at one point of time, the banging was so loud. And
so Deepesh is someone who has worked in TV industry, production, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, and this is that Deepesh Samant is the guy जिसको हमने देखा था initially, that he is a big fan of Salman Khan, and उसने सब सलमान खान के ये डाले हुए थे सब जगह उसके पहले. अभी तो सब प्राइवेट हुआ होगा, but at that time that's what people had noticed. And where is that guy now, right? वो एक बहुत ही मेन कड़ी है. सैमुअल मिरांडा एंड दीपेश आर एक्चुअली मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट देन सिद्धार्थ पिटानी इन माई आईज. द रीजन उन्होंने सिद्धार्थ पिटानी को इसीलिए फंसाया है क्योंकि बॉडी को निकाला गया, सिर्फ सिद्धार्थ पिटानी तो नहीं निकाला, दीपेश सावंत भी तो था. सो वेयर इज ही, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन विद दैट? ओके, दैट ऑल्सो इज समथिंग आई एम वंडरिंग दैट व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन विद दैट, बिकॉज पूरा जो इम्पोर्टेंट लोग है उनके बारे में कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है, एजेंसीज का कुछ भी न्यूज नहीं आ रहा है, वेदर इट इज दीपेश और सैमुअल, बिकॉज सैमुअल इज द वन जो पूरा पैसे का कर रहा था, राइट, मोर देन पिटानी.
We scoured the entire house to look for an alternate we can find anything, but we could not find anything. Then we banged on the door for a long time, and it got very loud. In fact, sound could go downstairs also. Then finally, I decided let's call the key maker and open the door, force the door open. Then meanwhile, I've informed the family also, the Sushant's sister, Neetu Singh, and I've asked her to come start from wherever she is and reach the house urgently since Sushant is not opening the door. So she said, okay, I will start soon. She started, and meanwhile the key maker had come
We were both on a motorcycle together when a girl was texting and driving, didn't even see us, and she T-boned us, knocked us off.
Okay, I think I'm going to move this
He
forward
opened the door, and one
a little because I
I
want to
have
just
checked
go
for the
to.
pulse. Two, I have with the instructions of family members over phone. I have with along with details. We have cut the
Okay,
January
then
after.
first week of January.
Yeah, it's after New
Okay,
Year.
so this one I will. I'm going
He
to
only mentioned
play from the
acting.
time that जब वो जनवरी में वापस आया, right? 2020 की बात कर रही हूँ. That is what he's talking about. So वहाँ से play करते
Till
हैं.
5th, like you said, no?
Yes.
July.
Yes, yeah.
When he told you in January,
Brother to me, I can't say no to you. That's why I have moved back to Mumbai, the apartment which they are right now at August.
so you were there from the month of January to now, of course.
Yes.
The entire time till 5th,
Yes.
like you said, no?
Yes.
July.
Yes, yeah.
When he told you in January that he wants to leave Bollywood, did you know, for someone who you knew him before that, did you find that strange? And what thoughts came to your mind as to did you ask him anything else?
He did not mention Bollywood. He only mentioned acting.
He said, I'm leaving acting and I will do what
मैं acting छोड़ रहा हूँ, हम कुछ और करते हैं, कुछ exciting करते हैं, तू आ जा. और मेरे को ना थोड़ा तो घबराहट सी हो रही है करके भी उन्होंने बोला था. The reason I left on the same day is that he asked me to leave everything, come right now. तू शाम को आएगा क्या? 4 बजे आ सकता है.
There was an urgency when he was asking.
Yeah, there was. I said.
घबराया हुआ हूँ, तुम आ जाओ, January.
Yes, yes.
When was this around? Do you remember the date?
I don't remember the date exactly. I think it's first week of January.
Okay, first week of January.
Yeah, roughly. It's after New Year.
See, he said, I'm not feeling really okay. You know, why don't you come tonight itself in the evening? When you reached, what did you notice? For the next few days, did you think something was wrong? Did you think you should have informed someone?
It was very emotional. That entire time when I left, I basically abandoned the company which I was working in. I abandoned my friends and I abandoned the apartment which I was living in. I packed whatever I could find in the apartment just for like the next 1 month or two, and I just came. And there were so many questions from me, like I can't abandon the job which I was in. Right? I let all that go, and I've come. Then when I came, straight away I went to his room. He was right in the corner, very. He, he looked very heartbroken for some reason. You know, and I came, when there, we sat and we had this conversation about him being very lonely. And he mentioned that I don't have anyone right now. And he opened up to me and he was crying. And he just told me that, Buddha, please stay with me and I'll take care of you like a brother and I'll take care of your family. Your family is my family now. Then after saying all that, I just told him one thing, Sushant, I know you how how good a person you are. You are like a genuine person, you know. And if you ask me anything, I'll do it for you. It's okay. You don't worry about anything right now. We'll all be together. And he mentioned that he want to live a very simple life. You know, he wanted to get out of Mumbai. He used to look out of the window and see all these people like crowd running in circles in Joggers Park, and that for some reason that disturbed him a lot. And he just pointed out of the window and he had told me those people, see, they're all actors, they're all acting, you know. And for some reason that was very like emotional at that point. I guess I could illustrate that conversation to you. It was very deep. I think only Sushant can only can communicate that what he was going through at that point of time.
Of course. Were there no friends he was in touch with, Siddharth? You've been around at the time. Did you feel that, like, were you surprised by this? Because he's a friendly, sweet person, right?
Yeah, I was very surprised. And when it is coming from the person itself that I do not have anybody. The first reaction that I could give him was this only. If I am there, we are all there. Like people around you. I am there, Rhea is there, Shovik is there, Dipesh is there, your family is there, your sisters, your brother-in-law, everybody is there, and why are you saying it? And it's like he just denied like all that. And you're saying मेरे पास कोई नहीं है, अभी मैं ये शहर हम छोड़ के चले जाएंगे कहीं पे, हम पावना चले जाएंगे, पावना में basically we have like farmhouse there, we go there to like like and we have fun, do a lot of activities like rock climbing, swimming, trekking, cycling, exercising, like pool table, target practice. Like, we did a lot of things. So he said, let's go there. I will sell all my possessions. I don't have any kind of possession. Let's all go back and start farming over there. And just monthly, I have certain budget, and we try to survive in that budget only. So he had told me. And I'm like, sir, yes, your wish is my command. Like whatever you feel like doing, just do it. And while we do all this, we also they try to have different engage. So like we'll do more other things also. Which you wanted to do. We wanted to do virtual reality. We wanted to make a documentary. You see, he's like definitely we do all that. But I want to do all this. Karki, he wished like all this would happen. And then I settled down in the house, and Rhea also came back the next time.
So this is all happening in January.
Yeah.
You said Rhea also came back. So
Yeah.
Obviously everybody knows that they were in a relationship. When do you think was Rhea fine? Like when did Rhea and Shovik, her brother, shift in the house and start staying with them?
So if you see, she said, and eventually like Rhea also came back, she said, right? So थोड़ा बहुत उसका रिया के साथ कुछ हुआ होगा सुशांत का at that time, because उसको लगा होगा कि क्या चल रहा है, right? Why am I going through all this stuff? And वो भी confused हुआ होगा, and they are giving him so much of medicine and all this. So he would have thought like I just want to get away from all this. So कुछ ना कुछ उसके रिया के साथ ये हुआ होगा that Rhea is also maybe not like official breakup, but girl, like when you are with someone, कुछ चीजें होते हैं, right? Sometimes. So she would have left the house. That's why she would have gone. He would have told her to go away or something, right? But again, she has come back. Eventually, she has come back, right? So she's come back uske baad. So he's tried really hard.
With
Shovik never stayed in the house. He never moved in.
Okay.
Shovik
But he
was in his house only, but he used to come on and off like a guest to
Sure.
meet Sushant and Rhea.
But in April, when you were there, Rhea was already a partner's life. You must have met him during the time. So at that time, Rhea was already staying in that old house.
Yes, she was staying with Sushant only. Wherever he was, wherever Sushant was, either be it the apartment.
I have the ability to help people escape reality, at least for the next week or so.
Or the resort.
The resort.
So यहाँ पे he's talking about 2019 April, क्योंकि वो old house की बात कर रही है ना. She's telling old house में when Rhea was there, you were also there, right? So how they were like. So he's telling वो जहाँ पे भी वो रहती थी, like जहाँ पे सुशांत रहता था वहाँ पे वो हमेशा रहती थी, उसके साथ चिपकी रहती थी. That's what he's telling. Okay, April ये April 2019 की बात कर रहा है. So that's why we know कि April, May, June, July ये सब में तो चीजें हुई हैं उसके साथ, right? So वो रिसोर्ट में रहे या कहीं पे भी रहे, she was
come to the point where around 8th, Rhea apparently left, right? Yes, she left the house. She packed her bags, is what they told. Packed big bags, and she left the place. Now, like you said, you don't interfere in his life. I understand, of course.
Yes.
But as a friend, you're already concerned because you know that he has been going through a certain rough patch earlier as well,
Yes.
right? And you felt like Rhea being back in his life had sort of, he was again back to track and stuff.
I just made myself believe that his life is back on track.
So he made himself believe that his life is back on track. तो इसका बोलने का मतलब है कि but it was not back on track. By her coming back and being with this thing, still it was not back on
Felt
track.
that you believe that, but
Yeah. Because of course I cannot understand what's going inside someone's mind. such complex
Of
mind.
course.
He's not a regular guy who we see encounter every day. He's very complex.
Correct.
And he is a person of national importance, which films like what he have done, and the philanthropy he has done. He had a lot of things gone in my mind, in his mind. I never I wish I really asked this question to him. I really feel right now I should have had more conversation than what I've already had.
Did you see them not doing that in the first week of June? And were you concerned that, okay, this will affect him further? They are fighting. Because you
No,
all in the same room, you all must be interacting. Like you said, you all did meet for lunches and you all did try to do together. So did you notice that?
We did meet for lunches, and I used to arrange different things for them to.
So ये मैं move करूँगी because this is I just wanted to show you for the timeline. So I don't want to analyze this whole thing क्योंकि ये बाद में कर सकते हैं हम लोग. ये पूरा 14th की बात हो रही है, तो ये हम बाद में एनालाइज करेंगे. बट आई जस्ट वांट टू शो यू द टाइमलाइन कि ये जनवरी में वापस आया, उसके बाद रिया भी वापस आई, राइट? देन उसके बाद यू शुड हैव ट्राइड टू काइंड ऑफ कंसोल हिम मोर इनटू the same things again, right? Into medicine, everything. क्योंकि आप, if he's heard his other interviews, we had seen him telling that Rhea, like he used to give medicine also sometimes to Sushant, right? So Rhea probably had told him कि ये अब देना है, तब देना है and all. So she came back and then she again now, because वो पिटानी को ट्रस्ट कर रहा था, because वो क्लासमेट है करके, and उसको वापस बुला लिया उसने. So now through Pitani, now she was trying to wrap Pitani also around her, kind of, and going through that and trying to take his help to give the medicine. Okay, so that's what she started doing after that. We saw that. Okay, so now let me stop sharing that and let's go back. He is looking tense during this thing. Yes. Okay, मैंने क्या बोलते हैं, मैंने StreamYard भेजा. If anybody want to join, they can join. But I'll keep continuing the analysis. You guys can join, and in between we can talk also about the things. So now I will go to the next one, which is let's go. Okay, so we are talking about January. Okay, now let's go to that same January period. Now the next thing that happened, January में क्या हुआ? They opened up, so that means she came back, right? तो उसके तुरंत बाद we see January में ही they form the company. This is like again first week of January this company was formed, okay, which is the Front India. Let me see the exact date. मैंने actually share किया है आपके साथ already ये वाला पूरा कंपनी के बारे में, right? So because this is the company that looks like जो papers चांदनी शाह ने दिखाया था, this is the company जो forged दिखता है, जो हो भी सकता है क्योंकि I don't know if he was even in that हालत of creating company. So अगर वो company create हुआ होगा, that is why he had some kind of altercation with Rhea. That is possible, right? That's why she would have left in January when Pitani came, and then ये Pitani, ये लोग सब जाते हैं सिस्टर को मिलने, ये भी जाता है उसके साथ, Pitani Sushant के साथ. That is the whole reason, because he comes in January, goes with Sushant to meet his sisters, to his sister's place, that the family now trusted Pitani. So November, December में they were so worried, they were trying to find out क्या हो रहा है, क्या medicine ले रहा है, सब कुछ, right? तो फिर January में, now that Pitani has come back, now they actually are thinking ठीक है, at least एक आदमी है जो हमें information देगा and he will keep SSR safe. So that is what was going on यहाँ पे. But पीछे से रिया क्या कर रही थी? रिया सिद्धार्थ को, पिटानी को ही मैनिपुलेट कर रही थी, because she tried to come back into this guy's life again, and she was trying to again now manipulate Pitani also, so that Pitani के through SSR के साथ फिर अच्छा हो जाए. Okay, so that is again going on. Same time में actually I was trying to see that document for a quick moment just to see the exact date, because हम लोग exact date के ऊपर भी जा रहे हैं, so we want to make sure. give me a second, वो document open हो रहा है. I just want to make sure that I'm saying the right date. Front India का जो formation 6 January. Okay. So 6 January को Front India form होता है. 6 January. When did Pitani come here? First week. So who actually opened that? क्योंकि Pitani never talked about the company or anything, right? तो जो front Jan 6th, correct. माया जी Jan 6th है. So वो खुला कैसे फिर वो कंपनी, एंड उसमें सुशांत है, शोविक है, राइट? सो हाउ डिड दैट ओपन देन? हु ओपनड इट? तो क्लियरली मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको दिखा दिया पहले वाले वीडियोस में कि वो सिग्नेचर सारे उसमें फोर्ज दिखते हैं. ओके, एंड उसमें जो पार्टनरशिप था वो शोविक एंड सुशांत थे. ओके, सो शोविक के साथ उस टाइम में सुशांत क्यों खोलेगा कंपनी? तो वो क्लियरली मुझे लगता है कि वो फोर्ज जो हम देख रहे हैं कि सिग्नेचर फोर्ज दिखते हैं वो फोर्ज ही है, एंड दैट इज द होल ट्रुथ. एंड इफ यू सी, नहीं तो Jan 6th को खोलने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता है व्हेन ही इज लाइक इन दैट काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन. इज इवन इफ ही इज ट्राइंग टू डू समथिंग, वो शोविक के साथ क्यों करेगा? सो दैट अगेन क्रिएट्स लाइक मोर डाउट देयर, राइट? सो या फिर क्या पिटानी को उन्होंने साथ में कर लिया कि हाँ पिटानी विल हेल्प थ्रू दिस एंड देन डू दैट, बट पिटानी नेवर मेंशन्स ऑल दिस थिंग्स अबाउट द कंपनी, राइट? सो ऑल दैट इज ऑल फिशी. सो अगर उसकी वजह से भी रिया के साथ कुछ उसको इशू हुआ होगा, दैट इज व्हाई मे बी इज फीलिंग सो डिजेक्टेड. ही इज फीलिंग लाइक एवरीबडी इज डिसीविंग हिम, एंड ही माइट बी ऑल्सो टेलिंग पिटानी दैट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट कि आई डोंट हैव एनीबडी काइंड ऑफ थिंग, राइट? मेरे पास कोई नहीं है, मैं अकेला हूं करके. So now so Pitani comes in. Now Pitani से अभी फैमिली को लग रहा है हाँ this guy is going to help us and he's going to take care of him and everything, and ये जाते हैं वहां पे सिस्टर से मिलने. उस टाइम पे I think this is during the birthday time, right? उस टाइम पे Vikas Singh himself comes and tells, so hold on, let me see if I have that video here. सब कुछ वीडियो का शेयर करना मुश्किल हो जाता है, but let me just see if there is any other video that I have for that. Okay, but anyway, so Vikas Singh himself actually tells in one of the Republic interviews and all, he talks about that ki 25 times in that 48 hours she called 25 times. She called SSR, okay, when he was there, and then he returned back. So उस टाइम पे शायद वो उसको कंसोल कर रही थी, ये सब चल रहा था. She would have told whatever, you know, all this kind of things. Either एक चीज है कि ब्लैकमेल कर सकती है, that's one, but we don't know that. Another thing, she could have just been over. We know how she is in all the videos we have seen, right? So that is how she is kind of honey trapped him also. So she would be overly showing affection to him or telling I can't live without you or I need you or blah blah whatever, all this kind of stuff. And he comes back. Okay, he comes back in January. After 2 days itself, he didn't stay with his sister much longer. So that thing we already know. There is a voice recording video where Rhea, our father Shruti, met with the lawyers. And हाँ वो तो वो पूरा एक और बात है जो it's all the financial stuff they're talking about. तो वो एक recording नहीं, there is like 2-3 recordings that were leaked at that time. We can talk about that later, but yes, they were trying to handle all this thing, and ये जो financial handle की बात है ना, ये सब अभी शुरू होगा. So now that all that has started, okay? So because she came back now January में, right? So now उनको और aggressively जाना कुछ करना पड़ेगा उसके financial ये के ऊपर, so that before he comes back to normal. So that is why these things again now repeated and started in January. वो जब वापस लाया and all. I see someone in the backstage. दिनेश जी आप अपना face दिखाएंगे मुझे थोड़ा, उसके बाद आप कैमरा ऑफ कर सकते हैं. Then I can take you in. So let me now go to and give me some time. मैं थोड़ा एक दो चीजें शेयर करती हूँ, उसके बाद I'll take you in, but please show me your face in the back end. Okay, so now let's come to February. So let me share this. So February में क्या होता है? The family is sending message to this DCP, right? I think दहिया करके DCP दहिया करके उनको मैसेज भेजा जाता है about the things about this कि वो सुशांत is surrounded by these people and all that, by bad people and all. So why they did that through WhatsApp? Because वो भी एक DCP है जो वहाँ बैठे हैं, IPS है शायद OP सिंह, right? तो वो अपने लेवल के हिसाब से he is sending a WhatsApp message. प्लस लॉफुली अगर वो WhatsApp मैसेज भी हो तो उसको भी you can take it as a return, as a complaint, right? So it's not like you need a return complaint for it or anything. So this is another thing I will show. Let me show chats between. Hold on a second. I have too many things open here, so I'm trying to see. Acha, ye wala. Let me share this video with you. Okay. Where is that? Oh my God, कौन सा था ये? दहिया, okay, here DCP परमजीत दहिया. तो इनका वीडियो शेयर करती हूँ बिकॉज उनको पूछा गया बाद में कि अगर आपको कंप्लेन आया था व्हाट्सएप पे तो आपने कुछ किया क्यों नहीं करके. ओके, सो दिस इज हिज
SOS alert. Remember, Sushant's kin had alleged that they had sent an alert in February to DCP Dahiya, who was then the Bandra DCP. However, the police in concern has now said that he'd asked for a written complaint on the alleged threat, but ultimately never received a formal complaint.
The death of Sushant Singh Rajput is getting murkier by the day. We are now joined in by DCP Paramjeet Dahiya, who's in the eye of the storm. So you had received a few messages from OP Singh, who's also an IPS officer, regarding this entire case. What did you do with these messages, and what was the content of those messages?
The messages are out there in the media. You know the content. The messages were sent on 19th of Feb and 25th of Feb. It was very clearly told in a telecon to him that I need a written complaint to proceed forward with these messages. The thrust of the argument from the other side was that the girl and the associates, they should be unofficially called to the police station, and in a policia way the entire matter should be resolved. I refused to do that. I insisted a written complaint is something that I need to call anyone to the police station.
So, but the Lalita Kumari judgments and courts in the past have said that you don't need a written complaint, or telecommunication like WhatsApp and email IDs can be considered as complaint. Then why wasn't any cognizance taken then, sir?
एग्जैक्टली राइट पॉइंट, राइट? जब कोर्ट्स ने ऑर्डर दिया है कि एक व्हाट्सएप, ये बोल रहे हैं नहीं 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 मुझे रिटर्न चाहिए. वो आई मीन व्हाट डज ही एक्सपेक्ट? ही एक्सपेक्ट्स कि वो वहां से वो आईपीएस ऑफिसर उसको क्या लिख के उसको फैक्स करके भेजेगा क्या? व्हाट इज ही एक्सपेक्टिंग? व्हेन समबडी इज कंप्लेनिंग, दैट मींस यू राइट दैट complaint and that becomes a written complaint, as simple as it is, right? So somebody is sending you a message that itself, when court itself is saying, then there is no point in this. So yes, just excuses the inke at that time Mumbai police के to just kind of deviate that, क्योंकि इसके बाद हमें ये भी पता है कि त्रिमुख के और रिया की बात हुई है. सो ये जो भी ये कॉन्वर्सेशन हुआ होगा इसके बारे में त्रिमुख के से रिया को ये इंफॉर्मेशन भी ऑलरेडी पुलिस से रिया को गया होगा that these people are trying to find out more or trying to do something here. Okay, तो ये इंफॉर्मेशन गया होगा रिया को.
Immediately after those particular WhatsApp chats, it was told, please send a written complaint. The written complaint never came. The email never came till I was DCP Bandra till 1st of April. I would like to draw your attention to a particular chat on 25th of February. The chat says, the person called Miranda, he should be taken somehow in police custody for a day and he'll spill the beans. How do you take a person in police custody for a day without a written complaint or a FIR? I fail to understand that. That is patently illegal and I refuse to do that.
But couldn't the WhatsApp message be taken into consideration? Because those were also complaints, somebody from the family has said it.
I clear cut told.
Exactly. तो ये जो वो बोल रहा है ये बकवास चीजें बोल रहा है. I mean, he's a police inspector, फिर भी मैं ऐसे बात कर रही हूँ. But the thing is, I don't feel like giving any respect to these guys who have failed in doing their job at all. So that is what had happened. Okay. So now we will go to So the family was trying. You can see उन्होंने message भेजा है February that starting में भी, and then 25th को भी उन्होंने भेजा है कि ये सैमुअल मिरांडा को पकड़ के ये करो करके. So ये सब रिटर्न कंप्लेंट्स ही तो है. And when a big officer like IPS, that level officer is sending you something and in a WhatsApp, it should be considered. But of course these people are talking so confidently and so much because जो भी बड़े लोग यहाँ involved है उनसे उनको ये confidence मिल रहा है. That's why they're able to talk so confidently against another IPS officer, right? They're like उनके same level के officer के against ये लोग कितना confidently बात कर रहे हैं, right? So now I will show you after that. So I'm just going in sequence, okay? तो ये family was still trying. So they were trying to find out why. Because January में वो जब गई होगी and इतना urgent में उसको बुलाया होगा, then they would have come to know through Pitani also कि फिर रिया वापस आ गई है and things are going going on, right? That is why the family would be still concerned in February कि we need to find out something. अगर वो directly कुछ ऐसे FIR करके कर देंगे, then problem हो सकता है because Sushant may not wait. Am I mute or something? Let me go back to my screen. Okay, so then Sushant may not like it, right? तो वो फिर problem हो जाएगा और उनका. So that's why पीछे से they're trying to find out about lot of things. Dinesh ji, I think I saw your face. So you can come back, please. I think sorry मैंने वही बोला था, मैंने और एक दो वीडियो शेयर करूंगी, then I'll take you guys करके. So if you're listening, please come back in and I'll take you after a few minutes. So I will share now another one क्योंकि मेरा वो flow भी चला जाता है. If I try to take somebody, मेरा वो flow चला जाता है कि because I've kept so many videos here to go in order that that's the reason I'm like taking my time. So sorry about that. So let me So let me share another now. So now we will go to and remember that Disha came into picture in March. So March तक जाएंगे. अभी February में हम February की चीजें कर रहे हैं. Guys, are you able to listen? मेरा StreamYard को कुछ हुआ क्या? Somehow I just sent the link somewhere here, but then वो जा नहीं रहा था. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay, you guys are able to listen to me? कोई thumbs up कुछ करो, because यहाँ पे मुझे लगा कि मेरा कट गया थोड़ा एक सेकंड के लिए. Okay, so now we will go to the conversations. Okay, thank you Bindu ji. Okay, May का चीजें बहुत ही important है. I will come to that. Sushant reply in the okay. Now we will go to कौन सा वीडियो था मैं शेयर करने वाली थी. Okay, वो भी May का है. And 2019 text ये तो हमने already share किया था मैंने कल, so I don't want that one. Let me remove that. This is the financial pro, and this is Disha Salians. Okay, WhatsApp chats. Okay, so now we will go to Disha's entry. Actually, no, not Disha's entry. There is another one here that I needed to share. The family's chats. कहाँ गया यार? Okay.
Bollywood star Sushant.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for that video क्योंकि कुछ और के चक्कर में कुछ और close कर दिया था मैंने. So I'm trying to see that one. कहाँ गया?
So start with some breaking news.
Give me a second. Okay, there it is. This one. Sorry guys. Share screen. And okay, this one, I think this one.
It's on this. Times now has accessed Yet another thread of WhatsApp messages and chats that leave the Mumbai police completely exposed. 5 new chats. My colleague Swati Joshi joins us now with the details. Swati, what do we have?
Well, what we have with us here are more messages, Athar. Apart from the WhatsApp chat between the brother-in-law and then DCP range officer from Bandra, Paramjit Dahiya, we've accessed more messages. These messages were exchanged between the family members, also with Sushant Singh Rajput, and they were all forwarded to, again, Mr. Paramjit Dahiya, then DCP range officer Bandra. And this message trail exposes the Mumbai police completely, because the family was continuously raising an alarm, keeping the Mumbai police in loop that there was a threat to Sushant Singh's life. And clearly, as we know, the Mumbai police did not act back then. Let's go through message number 1. Now, this message was sent by the brother-in-law, by ADG OP Singh, to Sushant Singh Rajput. And let's read the message. Enjoyed some good street food in Patna, had gone there to deliver a talk to police officers. Then he goes on to say, people, and this is the important, the significant bit, people in your family are worried about your health. They think that you have been pinned down by manipulative people who are medicating you wrongly and subjecting you to food and sleep deprivation to keep you demoralized and under control. This is what the brother-in-law was telling Sushant, and this message was also later forwarded to the DCP of Bandra. He also goes on to say they are blowing your money and misusing your contacts. They have purged your team of your loyalists and are controlling your ecosystem to your harm. Moving on, he also says they want me to intervene. I tried, but you did not let me. You don't take my call, and perhaps have also asked Buddha not to do either. Now, remember the earlier message that we had accessed, and Siddharth Pithani himself had also spoken about, in which the brother-in-law had forwarded a message to Siddharth Pithani that he wanted to be forwarded to Sushant because the family was not able to reach out to Sushant Singh Rajput. This in a way corroborates with that the family was not able to talk to Sushant directly, and the brother-in-law says that maybe Sushant asked Buddha Pithani also to not take calls from Sushant's family members. Moving on, he says it sounds like open hostage taking and daylight robbery. I am keeping DCP Bandra posted about the matter. In case things go wrong, the police should know what was it all about. As a grown-up, you have to take your decisions and your responsibility for their outcomes. I find nothing wrong with you except the company you keep and the choices you make. So in this first message, very clearly, Athar, the brother-in-law is saying that people around you are giving you some sort of medicines. They are making, they are using your contacts, they're using your money as well. Moving on now, this message was sent by Priyanka, who is Sushant Singh Rajput's sister, to his brother-in-law, and this message was also forwarded to DCP Paramjit Dahiya. This says, Jijaji, in furtherance of our talk on 22nd February, on your suggestion, I found out from various concrete sources that we are running out of time to save Sushant. So, one can imagine the seriousness of the situation. The family is saying we are running out of time to save Sushant. Miranda and Shruti are the main stooges of that girl, Rhea. Directly, she is being named. Miranda and Shruti are the stooges of Rhea and are part of the common conspiracy to destroy Sushant monetarily, mentally, and physically. As per my understanding and legal expertise, we need to take immediate and concrete action as a family to save Sushant, to provide him with timely medical intervention, and this is possible through your direct involvement and through the concerned DCP about whom you told me the day we talked. This is a mention of DCP Paramjit Dahiya. The brother-in-law must have told the family that he has spoken to the DCP range officer of Bandra, Paramjit Dahiya, about the WhatsApp exchange between the two as well. Moving on, it says,
Just interrupt you for a second here, because I want to make sure the viewers understand exactly what is being written in these particular messages. And I want your video journalist to go back to the first chat. And the second last paragraph is extremely important, because explain it to me, Swati. This is what he shared with not only OP Singh, not only shared with the DCP Bandra, but he's telling Sushant Singh Rajput also that, look, I have told everything to the police as well, so that if tomorrow something, God forbid, might happen, the police are in the know. Is that what we're looking at right
Absolutely,
now?
absolutely. This is what the first message says, which was exchanged between the brother-in-law and Sushant Singh Rajput, the late actor, and forwarded to the DCP. And it's very clear that the family feared something will happen to Sushant Singh Rajput, that something will go wrong, that there was a threat to his life, and that's why he was informing Sushant Singh Rajput that I'm keeping you also in loop, and in case you need help, then the police may contact you and you can speak to them.
But he sent the same message, Swati, one to Mr. Dahiya, who was then Bandra DCP, and the same message, word for word, sent to Sushant, so that he was on the board. Nothing was beyond, nothing was completely, everything was completely above board. So that the same message went to Mr. Dahiya, same message went to Sushant Singh Rajput.
Absolutely. But he also goes on to say that you are not taking my calls, and perhaps you've also asked Buddha not to do either, which also highlights that they were not directly able to get in touch with Sushant Singh Rajput, that they were not able to speak to him. So the brother-in-law was telling him that if something goes wrong, he's saying that this sounds like a hostage taking and daylight robbery. And he says that I am keeping DCP Bandra posted. Very clearly, he's telling Sushant that he is informing the Bandra police about the matter. And in case things go wrong, then you should contact the police. You should tell the police about it all. In the first message, he tells the DCP that Buddha Pitani will give you the entire background. Then he tells Sushant as well that I have informed the DCP about the situation. You can ask for help. You can talk to the DCP. You can tell the DCP what is wrong, what is happening in your life. But clearly, it looks like that did not happen, or even if it reached the Mumbai police, an action was not taken. But let's continue. As far as the second message is concerned, that was sent by Sushant's sister to the brother-in-law, in which she has taken names apart from Rhea, that of Miranda. I believe this is Samuel Miranda and Shruti, and she says that these two individuals are the main stooges of Rhea, and they are all part of some common conspiracy. The conspiracy here is to destroy Sushant Singh Rajput monetarily, mentally, as well as physically. Let's continue from here. Now, this is possible through your direct involvement, the direct involvement of the brother-in-law.
We really wanted a new home, but with kids and pets, selling seemed risky.
And the intervention by getting hold of Miranda through the concerned DCP, about whom you told me the day we talked. So here she's talking about Chakraborty-The. She goes on to say, if we somehow keep Miranda in police custody for a day, he will spill all the beans, and his statement would be sufficient for us to take immediate technical and legal action. Thanks, Jijaji. Call me ASAP so that all of us can come under the same roof and as a united front take necessary action immediately. Because as per the facts and the information collected from various sources, this requires a collective effort of the family. It's now or never, otherwise we will lose. Here it says Sushant. So the family very clearly knew the gravity of the situation. In fact, they're talking to each other and telling each other that we have to act now. If we don't act now, that we might lose Sushant. She also is emphasizing so much so that she's saying it's now or never. We will have to act. Right. Now, this is message number 3. This message, again from Priyanka, Sushant's sister, to the brother-in-law, says Rhea's motive to swindle his money and gain valuable connection in the industry, riding on his back, on Sushant's back, to gain work, fame and money, the great Bollywood dream. The great Bollywood dream of Rhea. She meant that Rhea was using Sushant Singh Rajput and his connections to make it big in the Bollywood industry. Second answer, he. In the bracket it says Gulshan, which I believe is Sushant Singh Rajput's nickname.
यहाँ पे देखो, you can make out कि they only thought that much. इनको नहीं पता था ये किस नेक्सस की पार्ट है और कि क्यों यहाँ पे क्या कर रही है इसके साथ. So that is the reason that they would not have thought कि this person would one day, like, she would be responsible for him dying, right? For his murder. They would not have thought that far. They are thinking, हाँ ये बहुत ही ऐसा कर रही है, but हम लोग बचा सकते हैं अपने भाई को इससे, right? क्योंकि she's just a friend, just a girlfriend, whatever, right? But they were trying to do it in a very discreet manner so that they don't disturb Sushant also too much. That is why all this back end में ये सब चीजें चल रही थी, क्योंकि कोई भी बाई हो, अगर बाई किसी को डेट कर रहा हो एंड आपको वो लड़की पसंद नहीं हो, बट उस लड़की ने उसको अच्छी तरह पटाया हो, then it is very difficult as an adult to convince him. It is not that easy. Okay, Sushant is an adult here. They are clearly telling him and he was not listening. That's what it says. Jijaji has sent Sushant a message that telling that these people around you are not good, they're doing this, they're doing that, right? But he is not in a state to listen, because they have been like probably drugging him and putting him in that situation and showing him so much care that as though he is sick and they are taking care of him, this Rhea and this whatever this group, that उसको भी realize नहीं हुआ है कि उसको लग रहा होगा कि my family is overreacting, जो कि बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है, right? My family doesn't like this girl, so they're overreacting. So that kind of a thing. That's why he's not listening, and that's why पीछे से ये लोग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि पुलिस को कांटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, and they're trying to see कि हम यहाँ इस तरफ से क्या कर सकते हैं. इनको थोड़ी पता था कि इस लड़की के कनेक्शंस कितने हैं, क्या है, एंड इसका इरादा क्या है, ये सब थोड़ी पता था. दे आर ओनली गॉन टू दैट पॉइंट. इफ यू सी एनीवेयर हियर, दे डोंट इवन टॉक अबाउट एनी ड्रग. शी डजंट टॉक अबाउट ड्रग एनीथिंग, क्योंकि वो जो ड्रग इन्वॉल्वमेंट है वो उनको पता ही नहीं चला है टिल द एंड. उनको पता ही नहीं चला कि ये लड़की क्या कर रही है या किस तरह से, किसको क्यों. अगर ड्रग्स की बात उनको पहले ही दिमाग में आ जाती तो शायद they could have got even more little bit idea of what's going on, right? वो नहीं हुआ है.
Has time and again given SOS to us, which you also are privy to. He is on medication, heavy psychotic medicines, of which we have the prescription from at least 3 different doctors, all unknown and provided by Rhea. So the family is saying that there are prescriptions from doctors, medicines are being given, psychotropic drugs to Sushant Singh Rajput. She says these doctors are unknown to us. We don't know who these doctors are. They are being provided by Rhea and the family. This, I believe, is for Rhea and her family. And Rani Di has the soft copy.
So Rani Di has the soft copy. So this is the soft copy I showed you guys yesterday in the other previous session, where I shared की वो chats जहाँ पे Rani ji is asking Shruti Modi to send prescription and she sends the prescription, right? तो वो soft copy के बारे में ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि Rani has that करके. Okay.
I believe she's talking about the prescription of the medicines. Right. So the soft copy is with another sister, which is Rani Di. Moving on, it says, haven't we all tried it all? The mother of all problems is that access to Sushant has been systematically denied by Rhea and her family and her stooges. So once again, the sister is establishing in this message to the brother-in-law that they are not able to speak to Sushant when they want, because their access to Sushant is being denied by Rhea and her family, emphasizing the kind of control Rhea and her family have on Sushant Singh Rajput. It says Miranda and Shruti not only to us but also everyone else who could be of any help to him. He is mentally under duress and is turned sick, which means he cannot decide for himself. And now with prolonged intake of medicines, it's anybody's guess that his mental faculties are further weakened and foggy. Hence the need of medical and family intervention. So this is what.
So we can see यहाँ पे that nowhere they have guessed anything to do with drug, right? They have thought that ये लड़की advantage ले रही है बॉलीवुड में, ये अपना नाम करने के लिए लड़की advantage ले रही है, फिर इसको इतना सब medicines दिया जा रहा है. This is only thing they know. So in their mind, they're thinking they can get him away from this. They're just trying to do it in this different way. So people telling you why, like family didn't do enough. Why family was trying, okay? They were trying to do everything. And जब कुछ हो जाता है ना, it's very easy to also tell कि क्यों नहीं किया. But क्यों को लेके हम क्या कर सकते हैं? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. जब कुछ होना होता है हो जाता है, right? Like जैसे कि especially if you know, it is exactly like when our kids they are like कुछ खेल रहे हैं and वो गिर जाते हैं, तो हम लोग instead of seeing कि like how the kid is and all that, we start scolding the kid, right? We start scolding the kid ki, why were you there, why did you jump from there? Like, so that is the same thing we're doing now. There's no use telling the family or trying to say the family ki family didn't do enough. जब ये चीजें हो जाती है, ये अभी चला गया तो इट इज, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि सब लोग ऐसे सोचेंगे कि अरे फैमिली यहाँ पे कुछ कर सकती थी, उनको बांध के रख सकती थी, ये कर सकती थी, वो कर सकती थी, बट दैट टाइम इज गॉन, सो वी कैन नॉट गो बैक एंड से कि फैमिली कुड डू दिस, कुड डू दिस। वो उस टाइम पे कितना कर सकते थे उन्होंने, as per me they have done that, they have seen that, and the problem here is the family trusted few people. You don't see Siddharth Pitani anywhere here. Siddharth Pitani का उन्होंने हमेशा ये बोला है कि सिद्धार्थ पिटानी विल हेल्प, कॉप्स को भी उन्होंने ऐसे ही बोला है दैट सिद्धार्थ पिटानी इज देयर एंड ही विल हेल्प यू विथ ऑल दिस, सो दे ट्रस्टेड द other people like Pitani ko they trusted, and that's why Pitani was not there in the FIR. Initial FIR mein Pitani was not there, it was only Samuel Miranda, Shruti Modi, and this other people, but Pitani was not there, that's the reason, right? But Pitani did a U-turn later because पहले सोच रहे थे वो हेल्प करेगा ये वो, एंड उसके चक्कर में बहुत कुछ चीजें हुआ है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई पिटानी आल्सो बिकम्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज इसके चक्कर में सुशांत मरा है एक्चुअली, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इफ आई ट्राई टू टेल यू पुट इट इन दैट वे, because they trusted this person, Sushant is gone today. Otherwise, even in the end when jab Meetu Didi chhod ke gayi ghar, she would not have trusted this Pitani, Deepesh and all, but she trusted them. That's the reason she left him and went that time, right? So that's why it was COVID time and family could not travel to Mumbai, right? They have tried to do as much as possible, and you know he's a big celebrity, and when all families are like that, like I stay away from my brother here, I cannot know every detail of what my brother is doing every day unless he's telling me, right? So because he is in India, I am here, बट वो मेरे फैमिली के साथ रहता है, तो दैट्स व्हाई आई नो ऑल द डिटेल. अगर वो सेपरेटली रह रहा होता तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू नो दैट व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन एवरीडे लाइफ. सो जितना हम कर सकते हैं उतना ही करेंगे. अगर हम लोग ये सोच नहीं रहे हैं कि अरे ये लड़की इसको मारेगी एक दिन, ये थोड़ी सोच रहे हैं हम लोग. वी आर नॉट थिंकिंग दैट. दे आर हैविंग पीपल who they are trusting a little bit, and that is the main problem here. Now let's move on to the next this thing, so that I can take people. I'll start taking people in, then you guys come. Okay, I see Brijesh ji has come, Bindu ji has come. I think I will take you guys now. Add to the stream. मैं ले लेती हूँ, but I'll continue by this thing. आप ब्रिजेश जी आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं? आप दोनों अपना ओपिनियन एक एक दीजिए, उसके बाद आई विल शेयर द नेक्स्ट वन. आई एम लाइक ट्राइंग टू गो इन सीक्वेंस.
हेलो, नमस्ते मैम.
नमस्ते.
आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है विजय जी. आप वही है क्या जो बॉलीवुड इन्फॉर्मर करके आते थे पहले?
यस मैम. एक्चुअली ना वो नाम
फेस तब देखा हुआ है, इसलिए आई डिडंट आस्क यू योर फेस, बट ओके यू आर द सेम पर्सन.
एक्चुअली ना मैम वो उस नाम से ना लोग गलत समझते थे.
राइट.
इसलिए मैंने अपना ये मेरा रियल नेम है, वो तो वैसे अपना चैनल का नेम रखा था मैंने पहले सुशांत से. सोचा था खोलने के लिए, बट खोला नहीं था, मतलब स्टार्ट नहीं किया था, तो इस वजह से. तो एक्चुअली मुझे ये लगता है मैम कि SSR को थ्रेट तो 100% मिल ही रहा था, और वो रिया ही थी, मतलब रिया ही करवा रही थी. क्योंकि आप उसके फेस एक्सप्रेशन देखोगे ना, कभी भी जब वो रिया के साथ था तो बाहर कभी भी उसका वीडियो वगैरह होगा, तो कभी भी उसको नोटिस करना उसकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज को या उनके फेस एक्सप्रेशन को, तो वो ऐसे लगते थे कि कुछ कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ दिक्कत है, मतलब थोड़ा दबा सा, मतलब. तो थ्रेट तो 100% मिल ही रही थी SSR को, कोई दो.
राइट. एंड वो एक ही चीज है कि उसको ये पता नहीं होगा कि रिया भी ये सब में शामिल है, वो नहीं पता होगा उसको उस टाइम पे, राइट. अभी मैं आपको सीक्वेंस में जा रही हूँ, तो मैं आपको वही दिखाऊंगी कि मार्च के टाइम से ही उसको डाउट होने लगा था, क्योंकि पैसे के चक्कर में उसको डाउट इसीलिए होने लगा था क्योंकि वो जो पैसे का चक्कर चल रहा था. एंड अभी तो हमने जनवरी फरवरी किया, तो जनवरी में ऑलरेडी वो घर से चली भी गई थी. जनवरी में पिटानी आने के बाद वो फिर वापस आ गई. तो कुछ चीजें हो रही है, क्योंकि उसके साथ जो वो मेडिसिन ले रहा है, वो सब कुछ चीजें हो रही, तो उसको भी लग रहा होगा कि कुछ तो हो रहा है, मुझे मुझे इससे निकलना है. तो उसको लग रहा होगा, उसने बोला होगा कि रिया को कि आई हैव टू स्टार्ट समथिंग न्यू, आई हैव टू डू दिस, सो आई डोंट वांट टू डू दिस, ये सब करना नहीं चाहता, ये सब लेना नहीं चाहता, तो सब मुझे छोड़ दो अकेले सम टाइम, ऐसे उसने बोला होगा. तो इसीलिए उसने पिटानी को लेके आया, क्योंकि पिटानी को वो ट्रस्ट कर सकता था। बट उसके बाद ये फिर वापस आ गई, क्योंकि ये जब गए चंडीगढ़ एंड ऑल, शी हैज कॉल्ड हिम सो मेनी टाइम्स ड्यूरिंग द बर्थडे, एंड देन फिर शी हैज घुस गई फिर उसके लाइफ में। ओके, एंड अब पिटानी का भी हेल्प ले लिया उसने, पिटानी को भी पटा लिया, तो फिर से शी इज बैक इन हिज लाइफ फ्रॉम जनवरी अगेन। तो फेब्रुवरी में इसीलिए फैमिली इज कंसर्न्ड, बिकॉज दे probably January when he went to this thing, he probably was trying to show like he's going to get away from her, right? फैमिली को शायद ऐसे ही बोला होगा या दिखाया होगा कि I'll get away from her, बट वापस आया तो फिर रिया वापस आ गई, तो फैमिली इज अगेन कंसर्न। दैट इज व्हाई फरवरी में दे आर सेंडिंग ऑल दिस मैसेजेस टू द पुलिस अबाउट ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट कि क्या हो रहा है, या दिस पीपल यू नो व्हाई आर दे हियर एंड ऑल दैट, अबाउट सैमुअल मिरांडा, वो सब श्रुति मोदी, उन सब के बारे में। इसीलिए फरवरी को फैमिली ये सब मैसेजेस भेज रही है, बट इसका कुछ हुआ नहीं है, क्योंकि इसका इंफॉर्मेशन अगर रिया को गया होगा, रिया और केयरफुल हो गई होगी उसके बाद, राइट? एंड अब वो प्लान बना रही होगी कि इसको अभी इतना जल्दी टाइम में मैं कैसे ये पैसे सब निकालूं, ये सब। दैट इज व्हाई यू स्टार्ट सीइंग ऑल दोस ऑडियो लीक्स जो हुए हैं, जहां पे फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग का चल रहा है, राइट? तो वो सब चीजें फिर होने लगी हैं उसके बाद, एंड दैट इज व्हेन वो फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग वो सब होने के बाद उसको और डाउट हुआ है सुशांत को, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई विल कम टू दैट पॉइंट नाउ आफ्टर आई शो फ्यू थिंग्स दैट हैव हैपेंड। देन मई जो है ना, मई मंथ बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज मई मंथ में बहुत कुछ चीजें हैं जो उसको पता लगी है, एंड दैट इज व्हाई ही इज गॉट वेरी केयरफुल विथ हिज मनी एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड उसको बहुत कुछ चीजें पता चली है कि ये लड़की मेरे लिए ठीक नहीं है, बहुत पैसा जा रहा है, ये हो रहा है, हो रहा है। जो जनवरी में प्रॉब्लम हुआ होगा वो इसलिए भी हुआ होगा क्योंकि वो शॉपिंग कर रही थी बहुत, नवंबर दिसंबर में भी उसका शॉपिंग चल रहा था, एक्सपेंसेस चल रहा था, तो उसकी वजह से उसने भी कट ऑफ कर दिया होगा उसको, रिया को, बट वापस आ गई, राइट? सो यू आर राइट।
मैम, एक्चुअली मुझे लगता है कि एसएसआर को शक हो गया था रिया के ऊपर, तो इस वजह से रिया ने ये पास आउट, मतलब ये इंफॉर्मेशन दी होगी बाहर कि भाई मेरे ऊपर शक हो गया एसएसआर को, तो वो जल्दी कुछ ना कुछ कर सकता है। आई थिंक ऐसा भी हो सकता है,
राइट? वो जून में, हाँ जून में जब वो दिशा का भी हो गया, उसके ऊपर उसको तो उसका जो भी शक था रिया के ऊपर वो और स्ट्रांग हो गया होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ शोविक बीन इन्वॉल्व्ड विद अदर थिंग्स विद दिशा एंड ऑल, राइट? तो वो सब पता लगने के बाद जब ब्रेक हुआ होगा, ब्रेकअप, देन इसको जो जो चीजें सुशांत को पता है, ये सब पता चल गई होगी रिया को कि नाउ ही नोस टू मच, सो नाउ दिस विल बिकम डेंजर फॉर हर। That is why whatever things have happened after that. So Bindu ji, namaste. आप कुछ?
नमस्ते हेमा जी, आप कैसे हैं?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
हेमा जी, मुझे आपके सेशंस बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, आप बहुत अच्छी इंफॉर्मेशन लेके आते हैं, आप बड़े क्रोनोलॉजिकल उसमें वे में लेके आते हैं, और मुझे ना सच में अपने आप पे शर्म भी आ रही है कि मैं इतनी इग्नोरेंट कैसे हूँ। जो आप दिखा रहे हैं वो मैंने सब देखा ही नहीं, पता नहीं कैसे मिस कर दिया। शायद इसलिए कि मैं नहीं इतना रिपब्लिक को फॉलो करती थी, वो चिल्लम चिल्ली मुझे पसंद नहीं है, तो मुझे माफ कीजिएगा, मैं
बहुत सारे नहीं बिंदु जी, बहुत सारी चीजें हम भी भूल गए क्योंकि हमने डे 1 से फॉलो किया है, राइट? सो मेरे दिमाग में सब कुछ रहता है कि क्या क्या, अच्छा एको हो रहा है, तो थोड़ा सा आपको म्यूट करती हूँ 1 सेकेंड। सो हमारे दिमाग में सब कुछ है, राइट? चलता रहता है कि अच्छा ये हमने यहाँ सुना, ये हमने यहाँ सुना, बट जब तक हम करेक्टली उसको दिखाएंगे नहीं कि अच्छा ये यहाँ सुना था, कनेक्ट नहीं करेंगे, तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं वो भी आके बोल सकते हैं कि अरे ये तो ऐसी थियरी बोल रहे हैं, राइट? तो इसीलिए मैं एक एक का वीडियो भी दिखाने की कोशिश इसीलिए कर रही हूँ, सो दैट हम ये दिखाए सबको कि थियरी नहीं है, ये एक्चुअली फैक्ट है। फैक्ट के ऊपर ही हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि कब क्या हुआ था और किस तरह हुआ था, तो बीच बीच में सिर्फ हम थोड़ा सा कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो इसीलिए दिखाना जरूरी हो जाता है। एंड you're right, like even I have forgotten a lot of things that I have seen, right? So when I go back and see and look at the sentences, मुझे भी लगता है कि अरे ये चीज तो मैंने मिस कर दिया था, ये जो बोला था इसने, इसका मतलब ये है, तो बहुत सारी चीजें हम कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं ज्यादा जब देखते हैं, तो इसीलिए जरूरी हो जाता है इसको एक ऑर्डर में दिखाना सबको। एक सेकेंड, मैंने आपको कैन यू अनम्यूट एंड टॉक बिंदु जी?
जी हिमा जी, मैं आपके एनालिसिस तब से देख रही हूँ जब आप वरुण के शो पे फ्रीज के साथ आते थे। आप और फ्रीज दो ऐसे इंसान हैं जिनकी कंसिस्टेंसी, ऑनेस्टी और उनके हार्ड वर्क को मैं वाकई में दिल से सलाम करती हूँ। आप बहुत अच्छे एनालिसिस लेकर आते हैं, मैंने आपको कमेंट्स में भी लिखा है। मेरे पास ज़्यादा कुछ बोलने के लिए होता नहीं क्योंकि मेरा इतना दिमाग नहीं है आपके जितना, तो क्षमा कीजिएगा, लेकिन मैं आपके सारे वो देखती हूँ। अगर मैं लाइव नहीं देख सकती तो मैं आई मेक श्योर कि मैं बाद में ज़रूर देखूँगी।
नहीं नहीं, थैंक यू क्योंकि अगर आप लोग हमें वॉच नहीं करेंगे तो फिर सपोर्ट कहाँ से मिलेगा, राइट? आप लोग वॉच कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ देख रहे हैं एंड सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो उस तरह से आप इक्वली हमारे साथ है इस फाइट में, और इस हम सब वॉरियर्स ही है। ये मतलब नहीं है कि मैं ये कर रही हूँ वो कर रही हूँ, इसका मतलब मैं कोई बड़ी ये नहीं बन जाती हूँ। सो बिकॉज आई एम गेटिंग यू गाइस सपोर्ट, इसीलिए मैं ये कर पा रही हूँ, नहीं तो कोई मुझे नहीं देखेगा, कोई सपोर्ट नहीं करेगा तो मेरा ये सब कुछ करना भी बेकार ही है। एंड मैं तो एक्चुअली जब आई थिंक वरुण के चैनल में गई या उससे पहले लवली के चैनल में थोड़ा टाइम आई थी, बट तब से ही मैं थोड़ा लोगों के साथ कनेक्ट हुई, नहीं तो मैं लास्ट अगस्त से वीडियो कर रही हूँ, राइट? बट लोगों से कनेक्ट नहीं हुई थी, मैं सिर्फ वीडियो बना रही थी क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि मैं सिर्फ अपना एनालिसिस दिखाऊं, तो वही लोग देखेंगे, जस्ट टू ओपन एवरीबडीज आईज, दैट्स ऑल। बट इट इज गुड दैट वी आर कनेक्टिंग, क्योंकि व्हेन वी आर कनेक्टिंग वी आर सीइंग दैट the more things get shared, more things people come and watch now again and again to see कि क्या हो रहा है करके, नहीं तो कोई भी पुराना जाके वीडियो कोई देखता नहीं है। सो दैट इज वाई मैं भी थोड़ा एफर्ट डाल रही हूँ कि मैं ये थोड़ा लाइव करूँ एंड ये चीजें शेयर करूँ जो मैंने किया है पहले। सो या थैंक यू फॉर दैट।
आई होप आप जो सब आप एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं तो जो लोग उनकी फैमिली को ब्लेम करते हैं वो देखें, क्योंकि ये चीज़ बिल्कुल मुझे भी, जैसे मैंने आपसे कहा, मुझे बिल्कुल पता ही नहीं थी। तो इससे तो क्लियर होता है कि फैमिली कितने एफर्ट डाल रही थी, उनको पता था और वो अपने तरफ से कोशिश भी कर रहे थे।
Right,
तो
they've all seen Rani Didi sending messages for prescription. You've seen the dad trying to contact. I mean, see, as a adult, इतना ही तुम करोगे, right? और कितना करोगे as an adult? Even Sushant will have that kind of responsibility. But if he is not listening, वो कितना कर सकते हैं? So yeah, so we cannot really do too much for that.
बिल्कुल, ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लूंगी। थैंक यू हेमा जी। लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड आपका जो इसके आगे होने वाला है।
Yeah.
और
So I mean, if you want to stay, you can still stay on the screen. I will just like share now the next.
नहीं, मैं स्ट्रीम में नहीं रहूंगी, लेकिन मैं पीछे से देखूंगी जरूर।
Okay, thank you.
कैरी ऑन, प्लीज कैरी ऑन।
Yeah, thank you. अच्छा, अनामिका जी आपको भी ऐड कर रही हूँ मैं। नमस्ते अनामिका जी। ओ, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, आई थिंक अनम्यूट कीजिए। अनामिका,
सॉरी।
अच्छा,
गुड इवनिंग मैम,
गुड
हाउ आर यू?
इवनिंग। आई एम गुड, आप कैसे हैं?
एकदम बढ़िया मैम। मैंने बहुत टाइम आपको काफी पहले से सब्सक्राइब किया था, बट काफी टाइम बाद मैं आज आपको सुन रही थी। एक्चुअली मैम कैसा हुआ, एसएसआर केस को हम लोग इतना टाइम से फॉलो कर रहे हैं लास्ट ईयर से, और इतना सब जान रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं का पर्सनल अटैचमेंट भी उस चीज के साथ हो चुकी है। इवन कि जब वो केस के बारे में कुछ स्टडी हमको मतलब न्यूज में नहीं सुनने को मिलता है, तो ऐसे हर्ट सा होता है कि कहीं पीछे तो नहीं छूट रहा है केस, कहीं इसमें कुछ काम नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ हो रहा है। जहाँ कोई न्यूज आ जाती है तो पहले मन करता है कि उसको ऑन करें और उसको सुने और उस पर ध्यान दें कि अब इसमें आगे क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट्स आई है केस में। आज आपकी सारी बातें सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा कि इतना सारा आप उसमें फोकस कर रहे हैं, इतना वर्क कर रहे हैं। काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट दिखा मुझे सारी आपकी चीजें देखकर, तो ऐसा लगा कि हाँ अब कुछ हो रहा है, प्लेटफॉर्म पे कुछ काम हो रहा है। हर बार एक होप बनती है और वो होप फिर से टूट जाती है, और फिर से लगता है कि अब कुछ इसमें आएगा। पर बहुत अच्छा लगा मैं मुझे सुन के। और बाय प्रोफेशन हम लोग जितना डीपली इन सब चीजों को जानते हैं, तो एक हर्ट होता है कि क्यों प्रैक्टिकल बेसिस पे चीजें इंप्रूव नहीं हो पाती हैं।
Right.
कहीं ना कहीं पब्लिक मीडिया इतना झूठ रहा है, ये लोग गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स हैं, पॉलिटिशियंस हैं, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, लोग भी इतना ध्यान दे रहे होंगे, नो डाउट कि वो मतलब महसूस नहीं कराते कि वो लोग फोकस कर रहे हैं एसएसआर केस की एक्टिविटीज पे, बट कहीं ना कहीं हिडन थ्योरीज चल रही हैं।
राइट।
मुझे लगता है अमित शाह जी भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं, बिहार से भी जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स है वो भी इन्वॉल्व हैं, बट फिर इसमें कुछ प्रैक्टिकली क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है?
हाँ,
मतलब लास्ट टाइम जब गणेश शिवारकर जी के ऊपर अटैक हुआ था,
राइट, एंड अगर दिख भी रहा है, कुछ चीजें दिख रहे हैं जिससे थोड़ा हो पाता है कि वो एटलीस्ट इनडायरेक्टली हो रही है, जैसे कि वो जो भी सचिन वाजे, प्रदीप शर्मा, बट वो वहीं पे रुक रही है। दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम। वो अभी तो वाजे पे रुक रही है, एंड दैट इज वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज, क्योंकि ये हमेशा ऐसा होगा कि ये लोग स्केप गोट बना देंगे किसी को, एंड देन यहीं पे रुक जाएगा, एंड दैट इज वेयर हम लोगों को थोड़ा और पुश करना पड़ेगा ये दिखाने के लिए कि क्यों ये रुक गया है, ये रुकना नहीं चाहिए यहाँ पे. सो दैट एवरीबडी इज लाइक
यस मैम,
टू शो कि
क्योंकि मैम उनके उनके जो रिलेटिव्स हैं, उनके पिताजी तो अभी काफी मेडिकल कंडीशन से गो थ्रू हो रहे हैं, तो उनकी जो सिस्टर्स हैं वो जो भी वो एक्टिविटीज कर पा रहे हैं, तो कहीं कहीं लगता है कि कहीं इनके ऊपर प्रेशर है, कहीं इनके ऊपर कोई दबाव है, जिस वजह से पूरा खुल के सामने नहीं आ पा रहे हैं, उसको एक्टिवेट नहीं कर पा रहे चीजों को. अदरवाइज उनके लिए मुझे नहीं लगता कि जिस तरह से SSR के केस को इतना फुटेज मिला है जो पब्लिक में, सोशल मीडिया में, जितना इसके पहले कभी किसी को नहीं मिला होगा. कहीं ना कहीं SSR की वजह से श्रीदेवी की केसेस को कॉल अपॉन किया गया, रिमाइंड किया गया. इवन दिव्या भारती की केस को भी कितना बाहर निकाला गया, जबकि उस टाइम पे भी किसी ने इतना नहीं थॉट प्रोसेस किया होगा इस चीज के लिए.
राइट
तो
राइट
आज मुझे ये लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं क्योंकि एज वी आर गोइंग विद सम पर्टिकुलर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, तो मुझे लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का अब इसके अंदर हाथ आना चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें टाइमिंग प्रोसेस सुप्रीम कोर्ट से कुछ ऐसे डायरेक्शंस आने चाहिए कि एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम लिमिट CBI को देनी चाहिए, ताकि उसकी अंडरटेकिंग वो उस प्रोसेस को पूरा करें, क्योंकि केस पब्लिक भी सब जानती है, सारी चीजें फेम में है, मीडिया में है, एवरीथिंग इज नॉलेजेबल एवरी.
एंड आई थिंक जो एक
दिस
वीक
थिंग
या एक वीक आई थिंक लास्ट वीक मैंने जब बोला था तब हमें न्यूज आया था कि सीबीआई इज वो जो भी सीबीआई का जो सक्सेस रेट है उसके बारे में सुप्रीम कोर्ट कुछ कर रहा है करके, राइट, कि कुछ पूछताछ कर रहा है या वट एवर दे ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट कि सीबीआई को दे आस्क्ड फॉर अ रिपोर्ट एंड ऑल दैट. तो इतना ही सुना
But
हमने,
ma'am,
उसके बाद हमें
but
पता
ma'am,
नहीं है.
finally, what happened after passing of 1 week? Again, the situation is same.
एग्जैक्टली. सो दैट इज वाई लाइक एटलीस्ट मुझे यहाँ बैठ के मुझे पता नहीं चलता है कि मैं क्या करूं, कितना करूं. अभी एक और जो सचिन जी उन्होंने कुछ शेयर किया था, राइट, सो दैट इज वन थिंग दैट पीपल कैन डू, राइट, वो जो ग्रीवेंस को फाइल करना या ट्राइंग टू कॉल दोस नंबर्स, राइट, लाइक कहीं ना कहीं से हमें प्रेशर डालते रहना है. जैसे आज जो लोग मॉन्टप्लैक गए एंड देन दे डिड the candle light. So we have to keep continuing to do such things and like not stop it. That's all. Like so that वो pressure बना रहे, क्योंकि अभी तो we are putting pressure everywhere. अभी रोज ट्विटर पे we are trying to like tweet this नारायण राणे का कि वो कुछ करे, so but we don't know. I mean without their help, without political help also ये नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, क्योंकि पॉलिटिकल हेल्प हमें चाहिए यहाँ पे. इसीलिए हमें थोड़ा सपोर्ट करना पड़ रहा है कि एक पार्टी को, किसी पार्टी को सपोर्ट करे, सो दैट वो कुछ ना कुछ करे इस मामले में. सो let us see, let us still, I am still keeping the hope until like nothing is coming out from the family or CBI. I am going to still keep the hope.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your work.
And at least हम लोग ये जो क्रोनोलॉजी दिखा रहे हैं, ये कहीं ना कहीं कोई तो देखे कि that अगर हम ये कर पा रहे, right, just by looking at what is on social media, then of course by what Republic has provided with so much proof, CBI should have everything, right? Republic had lot more than this when they were showing us, right? So they should have everything. अगर हम लोग parts of chats देख रहे हैं, इसका मतलब the CBI should have everything. सारे फोन है उनके पास, right? सारे सस्पेक्ट्स के फोन है. So they should have everything.
After a long time, they are not revealing anything as such in a very particular manner, and it should be be socialized to each and every person, because all they were connected with SSR as SSRians.
Right, and with
so
the
it's
whole
important to connect with each and every person.
The whole world watching them. अगर CBI सुसाइड करके आएगा तब तो CBI की जरूरत ही नहीं है इंडिया में. What is the use of CBI? CBI is doing nothing. That means they cannot. They will look like fools if they say suicide. कौन से एंगल से सुसाइड बोल सकते हैं वो, जबकि इतना.
जी, मैं आज आपके प्लेटफॉर्म से एक बात कहना चाहूंगी कि अभी जो सिद्धार्थ शुक्ला का केस हुआ, तो उसमें मुंबई पुलिस जो वर्क कर रही है, कहीं ना कहीं वो कैसा महसूस हो रहा है कि दे आर ट्राइंग टू मेक देयर पोजीशन क्लियर.
करेक्ट.
क्योंकि इस केस में इतना कुछ नहीं है दिख रहा है, पर वो बताना चाह रहे हैं कि हम कितना क्लियर है, कोई भी केस है हम कितना अच्छा कर रहे हैं.
राइट. अभी
सुपर हॉस्पिटल में जो PM रिपोर्ट बनी, उसके अंदर PM रिपोर्ट जो बनी, उसमें उन्होंने कॉलम क्लियर रख दिया कि अभी हमको इसमें फर्दर टेक्निकल कुछ रिपोर्ट्स की और जरूरत पड़ेगी, इसमें कुछ और क्लिनिकल रिपोर्ट्स और टेस्ट करने हैं. दे आर शोइंग, जस्ट दे आर बिहेविंग, दे आर एक्ट लाइक दैट कि हम क्लियर है, हम किसी भी केस में क्लियर है. दे आर शोइंग समवॉट, बट
they're trying to show and try जो सुशांत के केस में नहीं कर पाए वो यहाँ पे करके दिखाना चाहते हैं कि हम लोग सब फॉलो कर रहे हैं, फॉलो कर
और
रहे हैं।
फैमिली तो अभी डिस्टर्ब है, नो इश्यूज कि हम रीता आंटी जो है, सहना जी, हम उनको कोई फिगर आउट नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि वो उनको जो सपोर्ट उनके
ये भी सुना था कि
इसमें जो उनको
family did not ask for the postmortem and all that, but still ये सब ये फॉलो कर रहे हैं। इसका मतलब they are also telling कि we want to follow everything because he's a celebrity, whatever.
Maybe from the point of view of investigation, as he is a celebrity, yes, you are saying right thing कि इसलिए उनके लिए जरूरी हो गया था, क्योंकि पीछे जो उन्होंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है पुलिस ने कि ऑलरेडी दे आर इन द डस्टबिन सिचुएशन, सॉरी टू से लाइक सच वर्ड्स, बट दे आर वर्किंग लाइक दैट ओनली। तो मुझे लगता है कि वो जो अभी जो चीजें कर रहे हैं वो पब्लिक के अंदर कुछ इन्फ्लुएंस बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट वेरी क्लियर टू से ऑन फ्रॉम दिस प्लेटफॉर्म नाउ, फ्रॉम योर प्लेटफॉर्म, कि पब्लिक अब सब समझती है, जानती है, इतना टाइम पीरियड गया है, now we will know everything ke what the procedure they are following to do the dumb things in their field.
Yeah,
thank you ma'am, thank you so much for your information. Lots of much you have given here. Thank you ma'am.
Yeah, thank you for joining and keep watching. और भी है
yes ma'am, definitely,
so I'm going to
yes,
go through more stuff.
Yes ma'am, definitely.
Yeah,
yes ma'am, thank you
so much. So I will now go ahead and share another screen. Now we will move to IK. क्या बोल रहे हैं? Giving psychotic drugs with no mental problem just to control the wife, then manipulating her into believing she has some problem, then not able to contact family and friends. Yes, this is like a typical thing they would try to do to isolate you from the family, right? So that is the kind of thing that's happened here with Sushant. So we went to the February complaint. So February में वो complaint कर रहे थे and they were trying to see how to save him and from these people, right? And all that was going on. Now March, let's go to March. Okay, March में क्या होता है? Now I will show you कि CBI जो उनके जो what is that guy, रजत मेवाती, जो उनके accountant थे, right? तो उन्होंने ये CBI को बोला कि मार्च में Sushant actually contacted Shruti Modi, told her to give all the information on the bank account, banks, and जो भी information था, उस वीडियो को मैं आपको शेयर करूंगी, because there they are talking about how, because that proves कि मार्च से ही उसको थोड़ा ये होने लगा था, क्योंकि फरवरी में फैमिली इज ट्राइंग टू डू दिस, उससे पहले इसने भी बहुत SOS भेजे हैं, बिकॉज ही ऑल्सो वांट्स टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट, राइट? बट देन डोंट फॉरगेट कि रिया वापस आ गई, राइट? फरवरी में फैमिली सेंडिंग ऑल दिस इंफॉर्मेशन, ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट, कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं, एंड देन सो मार्च में इसको भी थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया आ गया है, एंड देन मार्च इज व्हेन he stops taking the medicine. So I think I should have that video. I don't know if I have that video. It was in the same video where Siddharth Pitani was telling, because Siddharth Pitani confirmed that to us कि मार्च से वो मेडिसिन लेना स्टॉप कर दे। इसका मतलब बाइपोलर जो भी वो साइकोटिक ड्रग्स दे रहे थे उसको, he stopped taking all that. So he's tried to change from March की मैं ये चीज करूंगा, and don't forget he is still trusting पिटानी को बोल रहा है वो चीजें, राइट? पिटानी से फैमिली कांटेक्ट में है एंड पिटानी को सुशांत भी चीजें बोल रहा है, राइट? ये बीच में रिया पिटानी से इंफॉर्मेशन ले रही है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन, ओके? एंड शी इज आल्सो देयर इन द हाउस as such there, right? So he would not have like thought serious about it. अगर कुछ भी हुआ होगा उसके साथ, अगर वो बोली होगी हाँ अच्छा हम लोग ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, फाइनेंशियल ये करेंगे, खर्चा नहीं करेंगे, okay we will try to do all that, ये सब बोला होगा सुशांत को, then he would have got her back into the life again, okay? So that's what would have happened at that time. So let me share this video, March का. This is just I'm showing just to prove कि मार्च में he wanted, and now there is a very important point यहाँ पे जो मैं जो बोल रही हूँ. हमने सुना श्रुति मोदी का पैर कुछ ये हो गया था, दिशा came into picture. I kept thinking why दिशा came into picture, right? दिशा को क्यों पिक्चर में लाया गया? अगर श्रुति मोदी was already helping them with everything, she was a perfect person for Rhea, दिशा को क्यों लाया गया? Now it makes sense. You know why? Because मार्च में अगर ये सब कुछ फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है सुशांत, एंड इज ट्राइंग टू आस्क श्रुति मोदी, नाउ श्रुति मोदी कैन नॉट गेट अवे फ्रॉम इट बिकॉज शी नोज ऑल हिज फाइनेंस थिंग्स एंड एवरीथिंग, शी इज मैनेजिंग हिम, सो वो सब कुछ उसको देना पड़ेगा सुशांत को, दैट दिस इज व्हाट इट इज, सुशांत ये यहाँ पे है, ये है वो है करके, करेक्ट? बट अगर वो एक नया लड़की को वहां लेके आके बिठा देंगे, उस लड़की को बाहर बहुत सारी चीजें नई तरीके से सब कुछ she has to understand, she has to see, only then she can give information to Sushant. So are you understanding my point? So that will make him, maybe after some time he will also forget, he will stop asking something, right? One thing. Another thing, because it's going to take some time, wo thoda time buy ho jayega. So then, because this girl has to understand a lot of things to give him information, so us tarike se they will buy more time, Rhea and Shruti, right? That, I think that is the reason that they got a new girl into the picture. They got Disha into the picture, because Disha is not in any way connected with the way these people are connected. जैसे जया शाह, श्रुति मोदी, रिया, ये सब connected है एक दूसरे के साथ. ये रिया इसके साथ. Disha was a little bit a different person, right? So that's why maybe they thought she will be the perfect girl. Let's get her in to work for him for a while. And ये बहाना किया गया कि उसका leg का problem है, whatever, and they got Disha. नहीं तो tell me, this is a big decision for them to make कि अब they'll say, oh श्रुति मोदी नहीं, अभी दिशा. अगर उसका पैर टूटा था या कुछ भी, doesn't matter, वो तो अपने घर में बैठ के भी तो उसको हैंडल कर सकती है. It's not like she has to go somewhere and try to handle. Why then they got Disha? That is the reason. So now I'm going to share with you that video of Rajat Mehati. So let's go to
Now, Rajat Mewati, who is the accountant of Sushant Singh Rajput, his statement to the CBI has provided yet another clincher. Once in March this year, Sushant Singh Rajput allegedly suspected foul play, so he asked Shruti Modi to bring all the details before him. Now, Shruti Modi, another key player in this case, is of course Team Rhea. She's the manager of Rhea Chakraborty. Now, instead of giving the statement to Sushant, Shruti in fact called Rhea and told her that Sushant is asking for his bank statement. Immediately, Rhea, were given to understand, went there, settled the issue, spoke to the late actor, but the bank statements that Sushant Singh Rajput was seeking were never shown to him.
Got it? So this is very very important. ये रजत मेवाती जो उनका अकाउंटेंट था पहले, उसके बाद उसको भी निकाला गया था. Okay, so he suddenly Shruti Modi had told him that सबको निकाल रहे हैं whatever, right? So she had removed him. So ये वाला जो statement है यहाँ पे, this is a very important statement that we come to know that मार्च से ही इसीलिए उसको बनक लग गई थी सुशांत को, and he was trying to get all the information. But then यहाँ पे रिया ने उसको संभाल लिया. Okay, Rhea on behalf of Shruti Modi has gone and talked to him and सब कुछ संभाल लिया and nothing was given to him. So you can understand कि यहाँ पे इसीलिए क्या हो रहा है. So now the point यहाँ पे ये आता है कि did Sushant himself ask for some other person instead of Shruti Modi? That is one point. ये भी हो सकता है, right? Because हमें clearly पता नहीं है. So one, for Disha to come into picture, वो एक चीज हो सकता है कि क्या he asked for someone. And if you remember, he had worked with in Chichore के time में and all, he was working with Varun Sharma, this guy, right? And all this. These guys were managed by, Varun Sharma was managed by Disha, correct? Disha Salian. So did Sushant himself ask for Disha? एक point है, ये भी हो सकता है. And another point, अगर ये लोग ऐसे ही उसको खींचना चाहते थे and they didn't want to give that financial information to him, right? तो रिया ने एक बार तो संभाल लिया होगा, but बार बार थोड़ी संभाल सकती है. तो वो फिर से वो, because he will try to dig in more then. So because of that, they possible that Cornerstone decided, ठीक है, हम लोग दिशा को डाल देंगे वहां पे. Okay, and then उन्होंने दिशा को डाल दिया मार्च में. Okay, at that time जब ये सब कुछ पता लगाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, एक नई लड़की को लेके आ जाते हैं और डाल देते हैं वहां पे. Okay, बट फिर भी मुझे लगता है कि दिशा के थ्रू सुशांत को कुछ तो चीजें पता चली है फाइनेंशियली. और ये भी हो सकता है नहीं तो when Disha came in and he got distracted and because Disha started working on other projects and he started doing other things, and that's why he took a little time there in order to come back to finding out more about financial stuff. क्योंकि then you see him do more stuff again in May, where he's trying to dig into the bank details. Okay, वो May में हो रहा है. So उन्होंने temporarily इसको संभाल लिया situation को by getting Disha into it. That is what, like, I think. I may be wrong, but that is how उन्होंने संभाल लिया, and that is why they were able to pull him till May. Okay, May में again he started digging into things. Once even Disha came in, once Disha has settled down, March हुआ, April हुआ, then उसके बाद अगर उसको कुछ भी information मिला होगा कि about any kind of payment going to Rhea or anything, right? Then he would have started digging again into this thing. And this is the same period जब वो financially वो सब पता लगाने की कोशिश कर रहा था. I think this is the same period when they have sat him down, the father, daughter, everybody, and tried to do this kind of financial planning with him at that time. Okay, that is what, and they have tried to show the support, because they cannot go against him. If they go against him, he will try to dig more and he will try to find out more. So इन्होंने क्या कर दिया, manipulate कर दिया. Instead of doing that, they manipulated him into thinking that, okay, you know what, yes, तुम्हारा ये पैसा यहाँ जा रहा है, वहां जा रहा है, so let's control this, let's do this, let's sell that, let's do this. वो सब जो audio leaks हुए हैं, right? And they're sitting and planning with him, with Shruti Modi and everybody. And जहां पे वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि श्रुति मोदी, रिया, सैमुअल मिरांडा, ये लोग ट्रस्टी बनेंगे. सोचो. So this kind of planning was going on. Now this is again the same period. तो वो मार्च में जब उसको फाइनेंशियल ये नहीं मिला होगा एंड उसको पता लगा होगा कि ये चीजें हैं, then these people are sitting and trying to plan with him and trying to act like they're going to help him, right? तब भी अगर उसकी आवाज भी वो ऑडियोस में सुनो तो पता चलता है कि उसको कुछ ना कुछ दिमाग में शायद चल रहा होगा, right? सुशांत को. So after all those financial things also, he is not that stupid also. तो उसको भी लगा होगा कि these people really are not trying to help me here. Okay, तो वो लगा होगा. That is why मई में वो अकेला ही उस चीज को डिक कर रहा है बैंक अकाउंट्स के थ्रू. So now we will go to that part. So ये तो मार्च में पता लग गया हमें कि that is what was going on. Okay, मार्च में ही था वो. So now I will share you another one. Give me another 30 minutes maybe, guys. I should finish with some stuff. Then I will send the StreamYard so that people can join to give their whole review on this. So now I will go to this video where now we are going to Disha and what's his name? SSR's chats. Okay. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it will take too long. ये सब हमने already share किया है. I'm just trying to show the timeline. That's all. Timeline दिखाने की कोशिश करी, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा सा skip करके आपको just वो conversation दिखाती हूँ. So we will go to Disha Salia. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp conversations that are happening. Okay, so ये conversations कब हो रहे हैं? ये conversations हो रहे हैं April में. Okay, so let me just stop at that particular chats. So ये conversation हो रहे हैं जहाँ पे these are conversations happening where they are working on some project, and also in this same conversations you can see they are telling that Sushant is telling that we will use Sidhu's phone, just make him understand everything and it's too much for me to grapple with. Okay, so Disha को बोल रहे हैं वो that make him understand what we are trying to do here, because I will also be using Siddharth's phone. Okay, so then she is so Disha says, okay, cool, I will speak with him. Then Disha, he is online. That is SSR. This is SSR saying that Disha, he is online. That means he's telling ki Siddharth Pitani is online, so talk to him. She says, hey, yes, it's connected to the server. The callers haven't started coming in yet. You could be on mute now. Whenever the callers will come, you will be able to hear saying hello. That time you could talk. Then he says, okay, we are on standby. And then she says, yes, perfect. You can chill till someone comes. Then Sidhu can let you know whenever they do. So this is, then he says, so she says, now इसी फोन में ये SSR का फोन है, correct? इसी फोन में ये last conversation देखो, या यहाँ पे it says this is Sidhu speaking. So now Sidhu got engaged with the SSR's phone now. So you're understanding, right? So ये एक दूसरे का phone देख रहे हैं and they're trying to do this, whatever they're trying to work on this project. एक दूसरे का phone देख रहे हैं. So Sidhu had access to SSR phone during this time, right? क्योंकि एक बार वो सुशांत बात कर रहा है, बट एक बार अभी सिद्धू बात कर रहा है, बिकॉज सिद्धू इज गोइंग टू बी हैंडलिंग इट. एंड जब वो कोई कॉलर आता है, देन दिशा वाज टेलिंग हिम कि देन यू कम ऑनलाइन एंड स्पीक, राइट, एंड यू कैन चिल अंटिल देन एंड सिद्धू विल लेट यू नो, क्योंकि सिद्धू तो उसका असिस्टेंट है, राइट. सो दैट इज व्हाट द कॉन्वर्सेशन इज गोइंग ऑन हियर, राइट. सो ये सब कॉन्वर्सेशंस कब है? अप्रैल के हैं. ओके, सो ये सब जो कॉन्वर्सेशंस चल रहे थे ये अप्रैल 1st 2nd तब के हैं. Now let's, if you tie, okay, so ये 2020 के, right? So now let me stop sharing this. Let me share another one. Hold on, which one is? Okay. तो ये वाला मैं बंद करती हूँ. I will share another one. For furthermore, I'm just showing you little bit of it, just so that you know ये इतना लंबा वीडियो नहीं हो जाए. But we just established like a timeline. So let's go to this one here. Now here you can see again, these are again conversations that are happening. Chats, उसी chats की बात है. और यहाँ पे इस chats में you can see they're talking about all the deals that they're talking about, right? Disha is telling him that वो PUBG का deal जो आ रहा है उसको, and all that kind of stuff. So professional बातें हो रही है. Now there is, ये जून की बात है, ये जून को बाद में आते हैं हम लोग, जो कुशल जवेरी के साथ जून 1st को इसने ये मैसेज किया है. एंड दिस गोज टू जून नाउ, ओके, बट वी आर स्टिल इन मार्च अप्रैल. तो बट ये जस्ट दिखा देती हूँ आपको. सो दिस इज द कॉन्वर्सेशन he had with Kushal Zaveri that we know. Okay, so we can see that he's trying to get his health back and everything, and he's trying to connect with Kushal again. Okay, यहाँ पे इस जून 1st वीक में. ओके, उसके बाद जो भी फ्लिपकार्ट के कॉन्वर्सेशन थे वो भी कुशल जवेरी के साथ थे, एंड ही हैड गॉट दीपेश सावंत's फोन नंबर इन्वॉल्व देयर. सो ही वाज ट्रस्टिंग दीपेश, ही वाज ट्रस्टिंग पिटानी at all this point. He would have doubted Samuel Miranda, Rhea. Okay, बिकॉज ये जो बैंक की चीजें हैं ये सब सैमुअल मिरांडा और रिया कर रहे थे, बट एंड तक उसको मरने तक ही हैज ट्रस्टेड पिटानी एंड दीपेश सावंत. ओके, so that is a point that I wanted to just tell here. Now we will come back to May. Okay, ये conversation हो रहे थे May में, then all these things were going on. At the same time we see कि May में ये बहुत कुछ डाल रही थी, right? ये पिटानी के साथ गुल मिल रही थी May में उसके सारे इंस्टाग्राम वीडियोस है जो वो डाल रही थी, एवरीडे ऑल नाइस सेक्सी पिक्चर्स डाल रही थी, एंजॉय कर रही थी उसके घर में, एंड शी इज पुटिंग ऑल दोज थिंग्स इन May. ओके, सो नाउ बट उसी टाइम पे सुशांत का जो हालत होगा, सुशांत इज थिंकिंग, ही इज डाउटिंग हर. ओके, or he's trying to dig into lot of this bank details and all that in May. So now I will show you this video of, so now we are coming to May. Okay, and if you remember, इसीलिए कौन सा टाइम था ये, May 18. Okay, there was something that happened in May 18, 21st. Okay, yeah. So let me share this one. Now I will show you exactly when their conversations on FD, PIN and all happened. Okay, so this is, क्योंकि May में ही बहुत कुछ हुआ है, May का dates are very very important. So let me share this one with financial angle must be proved, and okay, let me share this one. ये जो एक चैट निकला था जिसमें नविका शोड कि दिस इज अगेन May टाइम. ओके, ये तो हमें पता है कि जया शाह का ये सब जो CBD ऑयल का था ये 2019 का था, 2019 नवंबर 25th का था वो CBD का, राइट. दैट वाज ड्यूरिंग द टाइम व्हेन उसको पूरा यूरोप ट्रिप के बाद डाउन कर दिए थे, राइट. बट यहाँ पे एक और इम्पोर्टेंट चैट है जो मैं आपको दिखाना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि वो May का चैट है. ओके, सो यू कैन सी उसका जो लास्ट 2019 में इतना कुल्लम कुल्ला ड्रग चैट्स हो रहे थे, बट यू कैन सी यहाँ पे May में, so I'm going to move that so I can go to that May chat. जहां पे बहुत ही डिस्क्रीट वे में कॉन्वर्सेशन हो रहा है. कहाँ गया वो मे का चैट? ओके वेट, आई थिंक इसी वीडियो में था. Okay, here you go. This is a conversation happening between Miranda, okay, Sushi Miranda is Lyrica because that's how she used to say this name, and to Rhea. He's saying, this is May. मैं हमेशा डेट उल्टा देखती हूँ क्योंकि हमारा यहाँ पे हम लोग उल्टा देखते हैं ना. मैं इसको जब देखती हूँ ना तुरंत मुझे लगता है जैसे जनवरी है, बिकॉज 01 देखती हूँ, बिकॉज यहाँ पे हम लोग डेट उल्टा लिखते हैं. बट दिस इज May 1st. ओके, सो इनका जो ड्रग डीलिंग का जो भी बातें हो रही है, ये सब अभी भी 2020, ये 2020 की बात है. 2020 में ये सब चल रहे हैं, राइट? सो सुशी मिरांडा सेइंग, हाई कैन यू गिव दीपेश 17 किलो फॉर 2 bags ऑफ वीड. 17K, सॉरी 17K पैसा की बात हो रहा है. तो ये पैसा यहाँ ट्रांसफर ये सब हो रहा था ड्रग के लिए. दैट इज वाई मे में Sushant has got even more started digging into the money, क्योंकि सेम टाइम में ये सब ट्रांजैक्शंस हो रहे थे जहां उसका पैसा शायद जा रहा होगा, राइट? सो 17K for 2 bags of weed, one for us and another for him, and he will transfer it to us. Okay, ये मिरांडा लिख रहा है रिया को. एंड सी सुशांत इज सच ए पर्सन कि थोड़ा 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 पैसा जाएगा तो उसको पता नहीं चलेगा, राइट? सो दैट इज हाउ, दैट्स व्हाई दे वर मूविंग थिंग्स फ्रॉम हिज बैंक अकाउंट इन सच ए वे. अगर थोड़ा लाख कुछ लाख जाएंगे पता नहीं चलेगा उसको. 17,000 जा रहा है पता नहीं चलेगा उसको, इतना इतना डिग नहीं करेगा. दैट्स व्हाई. बट मे इज गॉट केयरफुल, क्योंकि इफ यू रिमेंबर मार्च से ही स्टार्टेड डूइंग सर्टन थिंग्स. उसके बाद दिशा आ गई है, वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो गया होगा, बिकॉज दिशा से फिर उसको लेना पड़ेगा ये सब चीजें, ट्रांजैक्शनल चीजें जो कि एक्चुअली श्रुति मोदी वाज हैंडलिंग, राइट? सो नाउ यू कैन सी मे बेबी इनके जो फोन कॉल्स हो रहे हैं, and they're talking about all this in May 1st. Okay, and look at this conversation. This is May 11th conversation. So we're talking full May. May is very important. Okay, May 11th को conversation हो रहा है. She's saying, Rhea is saying to Samuel Miranda, but यहाँ पे देखो कि बहुत cryptic way में ये message दे रही है. Okay, she's saying, good morning Sam, need your help please dogs for adoption with the trainer and Wi-Fi not working still. Call me when you can. Thank you. इस चीज के ऊपर Navika was trying to say कि what was this message? Is this like a cryptic message she's sending for something to do with drugs? Okay, that was the conversation going on. क्योंकि May में Sushant had become more alert, so maybe her conversations that she was trying to do was very cryptic with Samuel Miranda. Okay, let me see if she tells anything here.
Because he would have work to do. The fact that she knocks him out, the fact she has access to his accounts, his money, the fact that she's controlling people around him to really bring and source these drugs, the fact that Jaya Saha and Shruti Modi also know what's going on because Jaya Saha advises dosage, arranges the drug.
So यहाँ पे भी देखो रिया टू मिरांडा सुश, ये अप्रैल का कॉन्वर्सेशन है, अप्रैल 17 का कॉन्वर्सेशन है. ओके, अगेन सेम ड्रग
Shruti Modi is the one who picks it up, takes it upstairs, and then Rhea, gives it in a cup of coffee.
Now बीच में don't get confused, this is a conversation that's in 2017, तो ये डेट अलग है, but you can see 2020 के conversations
what was going on? Are all of these individuals co-conspirators? Dipesh Sawant, Samuel Miranda, Shruti Modi, also Jaya Saha. Jaya Saha, incidentally, is being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. This morning, she tried to skip the summons of the Enforcement Directorate, but a warning was given to her.
To Jaya Saha, bless you, broski.
Okay, so that is what I wanted to share here. यहाँ पे कि ये जो कॉन्वर्सेशन हो रहे थे उसी टाइम पे, राइट, उसी टाइम पे इसको डाउट, सुशांत को डाउट हो रहा था, एंड ही वाज ट्राइंग टू डिग इनटू अदर थिंग्स. नाउ वी विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन व्हिच इज लेट मी शो दिस वन. Rajat Mewati, we all that one, right? I shared that. And let's go to this one. Okay. So ये सारे May में हो रहे हैं. That's the reason I'm sharing this with you. Now, so May 11th we saw May 11th ये सब conversations हो रहे हैं इनके बीच में. And now let's go to this one. Okay. So this is when Rhea is trying to get information about his FD accounts. तो ये कब हो रहा है देखो. Okay. This is again April. Okay. Let me share this one.
Asking for details, financial details. And in this, she asks mutual funds or FDs में कितना पैसा है. And in the reply, Samuel Miranda sends her a document, which is a PDF file of how much money Sushant Singh Rajput has in his mutual funds and his FDs. And I have seen that PDF, which is not accessible because this is a printout and not an online version. But I've seen the copy of that, and there was 4.5 crore of that money. And this dates from the date of, I'm just trying to find the date of this particular chat. This is around May of 2020. So just before Rhea Chakraborty left Sushant Singh Rajput, she was finding out how much money was in his account from Samuel Miranda. And on that note, Vikas Singh, the family lawyer,
So यहाँ पे don't forget the date, क्योंकि मैं date के हिसाब से जा रही हूँ. अब May 11th ये सब drug conversation देखा हमने, right? And then यहाँ पे जो वो FD चीजें पूछ रही है, FD के चीजें, let's go back to the chat का date. So that date again is 2020 April 13th. So April 13th ko she's trying to get this information. Okay. So, and then there is also one that I think यहाँ पे भी दिखाएगा, which is May 18th. Okay. Where she is trying to get into, that is the PIN conversation. Okay. So let's see if she shows that here. Because ये पूरा तो मैं I don't want to go through this whole thing, but let me see.
Everything was being sought by Rhea. She even asks questions on whether pins can be changed through net banking, because that was being controlled by Samuel Miranda. And of course, she's talking about drugging Sushant Singh Rajput 3 times. This conversation with Jaya Saha, where he says, you can give him this concoction 3 times. And then she tells him, tells her that the 3 sisters are arriving, and I hope they don't, uses a 4-letter word, they don't dash him up, clearly disabling Sushant Singh Rajput before she vamooses from the house. Does this now completely look like a conspiracy that was on Mr. Vikas Singh?
Navika, the narrative appears to be very, very clear now. In fact, that is what has been said in the FIR. And with all these exposes, you are only proving whatever has been, alleged by the family. The narrative is very clear that she wanted to enter his life. She wanted to disable everybody else. So whoever was close to him, whoever was managing his business, whoever was, helping him in his accounts, that was the first person to be attacked, which is Priyanka. Then she actually knew that Sushant is a little gullible, so she took full advantage of that and slowly got into his life, took over all his finances, took over his household, took over all his servants, changed all the servants, the bodyguard, everybody. And then to control him, started, giving him drugs, which he was not used to, and obviously he had no idea about it because it was being given to him clandestinely, surreptitiously, without his knowledge and without his consent. And that way she could, control his mind. And when all this was at its peak, the sisters were coming. So she wanted to, that's why the 4-letter word, she wanted that the sisters should not be able to cut the servants, the bodyguard.
Okay, so
and
ये सब बातें तो हमने already
48
बात
hours
किया है. So because ये 2019 की बातें हैं जब वो CBD oil दे रहा था actually. Because if you see the chat was November, so we already talked about that, right? So basically यहाँ पे I just wanted to show you guys this chat of FD and this chat here. This is the one I was trying to look for. Okay. So अभी यहाँ पे दो chat हमें देखने को मिले. एक था May 1st. Okay. May 1st जहाँ पे वो FD की बात कर रही है. Right. So that was May 1st. Right. And then and she's getting all the information on the FDs. Second chat यहाँ पे दिखाई देगा आपको May 18th. Okay. Now pay attention to this because this is May 18th. When did Sushant contact the bank? May 21st. That is why I'm going with that dates. We are going like, you know, like in a sequence. क्योंकि May 18th को ये पिन कार्ड, स्मॉल कार्ड, बिग कार्ड, पिन पूछ रही है. इसका मतलब तुरंत इसीलिए सुशांत को कुछ ना कुछ बैंक से मैसेज आया होगा या something, right? Or something you would have come to know that somebody is like using the PIN card or somebody is trying to get something from PIN card, things like that, right? That is why ये 18th को हुआ है, 21st को Sushant contacts the bank. Okay, we will go to that one next. So यहाँ पे she is asking, can you send the PIN of the small card? Rhea is asking Samuel Miranda. Okay, and then this is what Navika was talking about, and then he sends the PIN for the small card. तो ये शायद एक कार्ड की बात हो रही है. She says thank you, and then she says and we can change the PIN on the net banking now. So इसका मतलब she's getting the PIN of that, getting a handle of that, and she wants to change it because if she changes it, then Sushant won't be able to access or look at it, right? A PIN change हो जाएगा. So then these people will have access to it. So she's telling कि हम लोग इसका PIN change कर सकते हैं करके. So ये conversation May 18th. He says yes. Wow. So she says okay, perfect. So देखो कितना tangent में ये दोनों चल रहे हैं, दोनों criminals. कहाँ है ये दूसरा criminal? Okay, what is going on? Where is Samuel Miranda? Why is nothing been done with Samuel Miranda when clearly इन दोनों की conspiracy clearly यहाँ दिख रही है. These people have access to his PIN cards. They're changing his number, everything. ये May 18th को हम देख रहे हैं. Okay, and May 21st, Sushant is contacting the bank manager. So what the hell is CBI doing? I don't understand at all. जब हम लोग इतना देख रहे हैं. So then she says the PIN is wrong, and then so इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब यहाँ पे कोई तो change कर रहा है. इसका मतलब Pitani यहाँ पे actually had changed the PIN or something. That's why that PIN that he had given, Samuel Miranda gave Rhea some PIN. It didn't work. She says that ये PIN work नहीं कर रहा है. And यहाँ पे I don't know if that further conversations are there, but I have seen that on other channel. जहाँ पे he says कि पिटानी ने उसको change किया होगा करके. So पिटानी को कौन trust कर रहा था? Sushant. So Sushant was only going to Pitani. Okay. So Sushant had given authority to Pitani at that time. तो ये दोनों तो साथ में थे ही, तो पिटानी को उनको साथ में ले आना था. So Pitani would have changed that based on Sushant. कि Sushant would have told to change something and then they would have changed that. So these conversations were going on May 18th. Okay. Now we will go back to the next. So May 18th को ये conversation हुआ. Okay. Now we will go to the bank details का. Okay. Which is okay.
When I finally
had it open here, but let me share this one also. I don't remember what he told there, but एक वीडियो है जो शेयर करती हूँ आप लोगों के साथ. तो keep remembering the dates. Okay, May 18th तक आए हैं हम लोग, right? So now let me share this one thing that Pitani was telling. Let me see. Pitani. It says something on the, okay, here.
went to his house because he called me. I was in Ahmedabad. I was having a nice, happy job.
This is again he's talking about कि January में जब वो आया, but I'm trying to read the other things कि he says I'm suspicious, financial angle must be probed. तो ये सब बातें यही बोला था.
And he called me to his to stay with him and said कि you've quit your job and come back. We'll do something on our own. I'm sure that you will understand. I'm like, yeah, I have a very nice bond with you. I'm sure we'll do very good things ahead also. Then I went to his to stay with him and also work with him. So yeah, the day I met him, he was very low. You know, he held my hands and he cried, like saying ki I'm not feeling so well these days. I think I don't have anybody. ऐसा करके बहुत he used to be very emotional with me. I said ki don't worry, you Sushant had assured me that I'll take care of you like a brother. You know, your family is my family, and you know, I'm sure your family will also take care of me as a brother only. I said yes sir, sure, definitely. And then I started working, and then we went for a long drive to Chandigarh to meet his family. I met his family for the first time. Then he was perfectly all right on the trip itself. And after we come back, he started taking his medication on time. He got well, and then as soon as he got well, his medication stopped. He stopped taking the medication, and then yeah, they were highs and lows. Basically, nothing is like a linear this thing, right? They ups and downs तो सब में आते हैं, but इनका ups and downs थोड़ा drastically मेरे को दिखते थे. But I wish I know कि why he's feeling the way he's feeling. Because I really regret not asking those questions. If I have asked those questions, he might have told me. And
Okay, I'm
you know, I'm
trying
sure.
to read here. Okay. Confident disclosures. Flatmate confident disclosures. Okay. तो इसमें इतना कुछ नहीं था. He just told that I'm suspicious of the financial angle and that must be proved. That's what he had told initially. Okay. So now let me share the other one. Give me a second. Now we will go to the sequence. Give me a second, guys. तो थोड़ा वीडियो क्लोज हो गया था, so I'm trying to go to that video. Okay. So let's. अच्छा ये वाला है. Okay. So May 18th की बात कर रहे थे हम लोग. So you can see कि April फिर May 18th वो पिन conversations हुए, and now then उसको कुछ तो लगा होगा सुशांत को that he tried to contact the bank. Okay. So then he contacts the bank. Yeah, as a proof I'm showing you guys all know that, but see when he contacts the bank manager is May 21st. Okay. तो ये मैं
his bank account, Siddhant.
CBI and DD regarding the
Order today to get unlimited free deliveries your first 2 weeks. Favor, anything delivered.
This is Robert Langdon. I teach symbology. You'll find the sum and the land.
Let me go across to Siddhant, who's joining us with more details. Siddhant, this is interesting. ED is already looking into money being the motive. What do the bank chats reveal?
in touch with Sushant, and you see Sushant personally texting him from the other number. This is what have been confirmed to me, that Sushant texted him from the other number telling that this is Sushant Singh Rajput, introducing manager to himself. And then we have got those statements also. Now this chat is of May 21, if I'm not mistaken. So it's almost 15-20 days before his death. So Sushant was somewhere planning to do.
So देखो May 18th ये लोग पिन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, पिन चेंज करने के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. So कुछ तो इसको भनक लगा होगा. So it's not like he doesn't know. He's also like got some kind of a hunch, and that's the reason he has separately tried to call the bank manager and trying to find out things from him. Okay.
Some investments
and he was trying to get details of his bank accounts. This can surely be established through these chats. Now, the fact here is that if a person is asking for the bank details, if a person wants to make some investments, then how can he take such a major step in next 15 days? What really conspired in next 15 days? That is a big question. Now, the fact here is...
And another important thing, यहाँ पे he is calling from a different number. Okay, so now after this, I'll go to another important point that I showed you guys before about the cake picture. Correct? वो केक एक्चुअली कब आया था घर? May 24th. So that's what I'm going to go to next, क्योंकि ये सब बैंक चीजें चल रही है, तब May 24th को ये केक क्यों मंगा रही है? May 24th को केक मंगा रही है. सो पता चल रहा है कि कहाँ पे क्या बटरिंग चल रहा है. इसको भी कुछ लग रहा है कि सुशांत is trying to dig into things and she's trying to who knows, what was in that cake, right? So that's why timeline becomes very, very important. And that cake picture of us telling कि June 12th था, June 12th था, June 12 नहीं था वो, okay, that was May 24th according to Shruti Modi herself. अगर उसके पास proof है, वो proof डाल रही है वहां पे, then we have to go with that proof, right? And if you go with that proof, that tells that Rhea was using Sushant's phone, which was 2020. That's why I'm trying to make that important connection here. Agar she had access to that Sushant phone and she is talking to Shruti on that, she is sending message to Shruti on that. That is the whole big reason that Sushant would have contacted the bank from a different number. So it probably was not that number that she was on talking about the cake. Okay, that is a very important point यहाँ पे जो मैं point out करना चाहती हूँ यहाँ पे.
That the manager of the bank has also been grilled by the agencies, Bihar Police, Mumbai Police, and the...
If you plan on spending $500 in the next 90 days, if you plan on doing...
I'm just muting the advertisement.
CBI and DD regarding the conversation he had with Sushant Singh Rajput. But the fact here is that we have accessed these chats exclusively, and these chats suggest that Sushant personally texted the bank manager from the another number, not the usual number that he was using, and he first texted the manager telling that this is his new number and this is the reason, and send me the details. So we have those conversations with us, and I believe that we are putting that out for our viewers.
Absolutely, we have it here on our screens. Do stay on with us, Siddhant. We have it here on the big screen as well. This is a chat which is on 20th of May, roughly 24 days, I beg your pardon, before Sushant Singh Rajput's body was mysteriously found. And it very clearly says there's a message sent by Harsh, to Harsh rather, from Sushant Singh Rajput. Hi Harsh, if you can just connect with me, we are going to get you that entire WhatsApp chat there on your screens very shortly. But what's interesting is all of this has happened at a time when we see that Sushant Singh Rajput's body was mysteriously found. Would it be a suicide? Would he be organizing his finances if he were to do so? It is from Sushant Singh Rajput and it was sent on May 20th, 2020. Now, this is a conversation that Sushant had with his bank.
May 20, right. So he's sending, on May 20, he sent him telling, hi Harsh, this is Sushant. And then May 21st ko, the bank is replying to him, the Harsh, jo bhi hai manager, he's replying and telling that, hi, I can send you, but I'll need your signature on the forms, on which the email ID shall I send the form. यहाँ पे भी एक point है. That is why that's why nobody could save Sushant, because यहाँ पे भी जब वो बोल रहा है कि on which email ID to send, यहाँ पे वो actually I think दीपेश का या पिटानी का email देता है to send it to that. So he was still trusting these people. That's why he still, अगर वो discreetly, without Samuel Miranda, without Rhea knowing, even if he was trying to do it discreetly, still people knew about it, still Rhea knew about it, because he was still trusting Pitani and this Deepesh.
Manager, and see what Sushant is telling Harsh, the bank manager here. Hi, this is Sushant Singh Rajput. Please call when you can. then probably there was a phone conversation that happened between both of them. And after that, the bank manager is telling Sushant Singh Rajput, "Hi, I will require your signature on the form. On which email ID shall I send the form?" So here, what we are learning from our sources, that here a request was probably made to get the details of account number changed for Sushant Singh Rajput. And why was he doing it? That is something that the investigative agencies are looking at. But the family clearly believes that it was Rhea Chakraborty who was controlling his finances, who was looking at all kind of money that was being spent from Sushant's bank accounts as well. She had an idea and complete knowledge of his bank accounts, PIN numbers and everything. So was he trying to get his account number changed? Because here this chat clearly exposes that he wanted the details to be changed. And now family clearly is alleging that this is another incriminating evidence that exposes Team Rhea's lies once again.
Well, do stay on with us, Hina. The reason why this is very important, as Hina was also replying to her, saying that perhaps this PIN number has been changed. So she said, but can we change it via online banking, and then we can change the PIN number of that smaller credit card? So it does seem that there is good reason to believe, and WhatsApp chats and even Times Now got for its viewers very clearly showing that Rhea had full control over Sushant Singh Rajput's finances. So Siddhant, if I can come.
Holds lot of merit. The family of Sushant Singh Rajput had so
इसका एक
no standard with
कंटिन्यूएशन भी
enforcement
है
direct in being the brother of Rhea Chakraborty.
जहाँ पे एक्चुअली ही टेल्स whose email to use. So वो इस वीडियो में नहीं है, वो शायद एक और वीडियो में मुझे ढूंढना पड़ेगा. But वहाँ पे भी he is trying to trust these other people and trying to say कि इस email में भेजो करके. Okay, that is where the whole issue has been. That's where the problem has been. That this guy was still trusting these few other people. अगर वो रिया को ट्रस्ट नहीं कर रहा था, एटलीस्ट उनको ट्रस्ट कर रहा था. तो ये हुआ May 21, करेक्ट. उसके बाद what I showed you guys, वो फिर से शेयर करूंगी आज भी, बिकॉज ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. लेट मी गो टू द StreamYard. एंड ये जो लीक्ड फाइनेंशियल चीजें हुई है ना, मुझे लगता है कि ये इससे पहले ये जो पिन कार्ड ये सब पिन का हुआ है ना, इससे पहले हुए हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाई ये अप्रैल, because March में he started trying to dig into asking Shruti Modi and all that, right? So that is why ये जो conversations हुए होंगे रिया के फैमिली के साथ पैसे के ऊपर, वो सब अप्रैल में हुए होंगे, राइट? वो सब होने के बाद सुशांत को और भी डाउट हुआ होगा कि are these people really helping me or are they trying to, तो कुछ तो उसको लगा होगा with all the conversations that have happened, right? With the sitting with this financial people and with Rhea and father and everything. तो उसके बाद भी उसको थोड़ा डाउट हुआ होगा. That is the reason May में ज्यादा digging हुआ है उसका. So now let me share this one. Okay. So this is something I shared with you guys last time also कि इसने श्रुति मोदी, ये श्रुति मोदी का साइट है, इसका एक कोई केक बेकरी का कंपनी है, राइट? सो शी मेक्स ऑल दिस केक्स एंड ऑल. आई एम श्योर दिस आर ऑल ड्रग केक्स ओनली, नहीं तो इतने फेमस नहीं हो सकते ये. सो कुछ ना कुछ तो है इसमें, उसको रेड करेंगे तो पता चलेगा. बट दिस वन श्रुति मोदी had put these pictures on June 12th. So ये मैंने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया था, एक पूरा वीडियो ही बनाया, so I'm not going to discuss that again. तो इसको उसने सपोर्ट करने के लिए she put this story here trying to tell that no, this was not 12th का, actually Rhea had sent me this on post date. She's telling कि ये 24th May का था that Rhea had sent this to her. तो she shares her conversation here जिसको हमने थोड़ा पकड़ा था, right? ये 24th and 25th May का है करके वो बोल रही है, करेक्ट? सो ये देखो, अभी दिस इज व्हाट आई टॉक्ड अबाउट प्रीवियसली आल्सो, दैट शी probably was using, she had access to Sushant's number because ये सुशांत 2020 नंबर करके श्रुति मोदी ने सेव किया है. इसका मतलब श्रुति मोदी is saving that as his 2020 number because his numbers are changing. In 2019 they were changing the numbers all the time. That's the reason he lost contact with everybody, right? So 2020 में जो नंबर आया होगा उसको ये उसमें भेज रही है, but she is conversing with whom? With Rhea. So is clearly Rhea was using his phone also. She had access to his phone, correct? So यहाँ पे she's saying, shall try send some if I can, that would be awesome. And then thank you so much Shruti for the awesome cake and loved it, she's telling. Okay, with all, देखो इतना smileys, so obviously ये drug cake होगा. Okay, May 18th पिन के conversations होते हैं. May 21st, Sushant is trying to contact the bank manager, trying to get more details. And उसमें भी I didn't show that part क्योंकि I could not find that, but there is the further conversation of that chat जहाँ पे वो बोलता है कि I think पिटानी का email use करो या दीपेश का, I don't remember which one, but in two of them he tells to use one of their emails, okay, to contact him for the bank manager क्योंकि bank manager says that I have to send the form. अब सोचो ये information रिया को गया होगा, तो रिया को पता लग गया that this guy is trying to get information from the bank, okay. अब इसको सुशांत को मस्का मारना है, right? So she is getting a cake on May 24th. So Shruti Modi say she is getting a cake. So cake में क्या था? Nobody knows. So probably that day she was trying to maybe उसका जादू चलाना चाहती थी वो उसके ऊपर. You don't know, with the cake and trying to be all romantic and all that kind of thing. कुछ तो की है उस दिन. That's why she had the cake that day, ordered on 24th May. Okay, so this makes a perfect connection now that why she would be doing that, because of all these things that he was trying to dig into. Okay, but ये बात प्रूव करता है कि he has not fallen for it though. कुछ तो हुआ होगा May 24th को 25th को, but he has also got little more idea of what this girl is after that. Okay, so वो कब let me stop sharing this. So this now connects all that, right? Now stop sharing this and let me go to, so we connected till 24th, May 24th, right? Even those chats regarding yeah, wow. So even those chats regarding calling his sister pure evil, they saved the number as solution, then showing it to the world. Yes, वो जो evil बोल रहा है sister को and all, those chats तो I don't even consider because उसका कोई वो तो मैंने कल आपको दिखाया clearly, right? उसका there were 3-4 anomalies already in that कि there was no date reference, there was no nothing, so we are not even going to go by that. तो वो तो हम तो वैसे भी dismiss कर रहे हैं वो chats. फोन मिररिंग करवाया होगा रिया ने, तो मॉनिटर ईच एंड एवरी मूव ऑफ करेक्ट, कुछ तो करवाया उसने. दैट इज व्हाई that phone probably Sushant didn't use that phone. That is the phone Shruti Modi has, that phone number. So all his contacts would have that phone now. All his जो भी Cornerstone ये लोग है, right? They would have that contact. इसने इसीलिए वो कांटेक्ट यूज नहीं किया जबकि इसने दूसरा फोन नंबर से बैंक को फोन किया है, राइट? बट रिया को फिर भी पता चला है because the people again involved here are still Pitani, Deepesh, who are still connected with this guy. That is the biggest issue here. And ये family को भी नहीं पता है, right? Family is thinking कि Sushant is on the right path, is trying to do these things, he will ये सब चीजें होंगी करके. Now I'll show you 21st को बैंक का हुआ, you saw 24th को केक आया, उससे पहले एक और इवेंट हुआ, and that one is the one I'm going to share with you guys right now. Okay, and that event is his phone call with his sisters. Okay, and very important, that's why. Ye kab hua? May 21st.
Well, we'll keep you ahead with the latest that is going on in Sushant Singh probe. Meanwhile,
that is why ये conversations देखना important हो जाता है, because we can make a complete you can see कि किस तरह date से क्या क्या उसके life में हो रहा था each day.
Meanwhile, Sushant's sister Shweta Singh Kirti has tweeted her 22nd May WhatsApp conversation with
22nd May. 21st is contacting bank. So May he is like connecting with his family. Okay, May is when he is like सब कुछ उसको पता लग गया है कि ये लोग मेरा पैसा खा रहे हैं. जो भी उसके सिस्टर्स उसको बोल रहे थे उसके ऊपर बिलीफ आ गया है उसको May में, बिकॉज ये सीइंग कि उसका पैसा जा रहा है. उससे May से पहले उसके ये जो सारे कॉन्वर्सेशन अप्रैल में हुए होंगे रिया और रिया फैमिली के साथ, ये जो सारे ऑडियो लीक्स जो लीक हुए हैं, राइट? सो दे टॉकिंग अबाउट ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, एफटी का ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, ऑल दैट कॉन्वर्सेशंस हैपेंड. तो उसको और भी लग गया होगा दिस पीपल आर कंट्रोलिंग माय मनी. So that is why May he has dug more into it, and May we are seeing all these things happening. That is why. Okay, May 1st, May 18th, them controlling more stuff. Then May 21st, him contacting the bank. May 22nd, he's contacting his family and having a nice conversation, WhatsApp conversation with all his sisters. Okay, तो ये बात भी May 22nd को जो हुआ होगा, ये बात भी रिया को पता चला होगा, तो इसीलिए May 24th को केक आता है, ये केक लेके आती है May 24th को, राइट? क्योंकि उसके साथ उसको कंसोल करना है, उसको वापस उसके जान से ले आना है.
Late actor Sushant Singh Rajput, she tweeted this with the message, and I quote, "You loved us so dearly," unquote. The screenshots of that message up on your television screens, as Amita Vadma, my colleague, also joining us from the newsroom here in Delhi. Amita, yet another tweet put out by Sushant's sister puts out clearly how he was in conversation with his sisters. This was in the month of May.
मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी सुशांत के दिमाग में शायद उसने ऑलरेडी डिसीजन बना लिया था कि इस लड़की को मुझे अपने लाइफ से निकालना है, ये ऑलरेडी बना चुका था, आई थिंक. बट ही ऑफिशियली probably had not done that because he needed some kind of a reason to do that, right? So he had not. But इसका state of mind यहाँ से पता चलता है that he had reconnected with his family.
But take us through this tweet in detail.
That's why the family सोचो कि they've gone through so much, the family, they're trying to save him from all this and everything, and they've come to this point in May जहाँ पे उनको लग रहा है कि उनके भाई को सब realize हुआ है, he's trying to look into things and he will be okay, he will let this girl go. So they are thinking in that way. They are not thinking कि this girl is a part of this whole nexus. They are not thinking that these guys who this guy Sushant is trusting, Pitani ho या what is that Dipesh ho, these people are also deceiving him. ये सब family ने नहीं सोचा होगा इतना.
What does the screenshot say, Amita?
Well, dismissing all of those theories when they were coming to light, saying that Sushant did not have a very close connection with his sisters or with his family members. And these are the conversations that you loved her so dearly. This is Shweta Singh Kirti, who's a sister of Sushant Singh Rajput. The strongest bond, strength and unity, justice for Sushant Singh Rajput, unconditional love. And this is the conversation that she has tweeted. And this conversation of...
So, यहाँ पे, so they're talking about from our yesterday Vedanta class, and we are doing so they are getting him into that spirituality, they're getting him into doing meditation, yoga and all this. So they are like you can see all are so happy to see him come back, right? They're seeing that their brother has realized things and he's going to be fine, and he's going to get into this spiritual thing. And if again I showed you already Kushal Zaveri ka June 1st ko, that's why Kushal Zaveri ke saath bhi wo baat kar raha hai, and he's trying to say that I'm coming back, I'm like trying to do all these things, getting into spiritual this thing. वो सब कुशल जवेरी के साथ इसीलिए June 1st को भी उसका कॉन्वर्सेशन इसीलिए हो रहा है. सो ये बहुत रियलाइजेशन उसको यहाँ पे हुआ है. सो टाइमलाइन से मैं आपको दिखा रही हूँ इसलिए एक एक करके. So then she says, love you, bye, miss you, and all 4 sisters are here, okay? And he says, love you too, Goody and this is so good, and he's talking to them, okay? So we can see that यहाँ पे भी she is sharing this from US. ये US का share कर रही है video, and he's saying, wow, such a beautiful happening family, and say hi to Vishal, give my love to the kids, he's telling to her. So that is why these people all thought that he is going to be fine, सब ठीक होगा. But जब दिशा का गड़बड़ हुआ, क्योंकि they would have thought ये निकाल देगा इस लड़की को, सब everything will be fine. जब दिशा का death हुआ, that is when everything has become उलट पुलट again, okay? And they would not have guessed कि कभी कोई इसको murder कर देगा. ऐसे थोड़ी guess किया होंगे कि ये लड़की इसकी सब कुछ बंद कर देगी, right? So that was the conversation we saw May 20.
And also welcome our guests on the broadcast joining.
Second, okay? So वो था May 22nd. So I'm just writing all that down so that when we go through it again, right? So May 21st and May 18th was that conversation with the back pin stuff, right? So now we'll come back to now I showed you the cake one, that was May 24th, correct? May 24th, 25th. So she would have tried to kind of get him back romantically and seducing him or whatever, इसीलिए केक मंगाई होगी, कुछ तो कर रही है, कुछ अच्छा करने की कोशिश कर रही है वहां पे वो. ओके, नेक्स्ट, फिर भी उसका असर नहीं पड़ा है उसके ऊपर. वाई? आई टेल यू, बिकॉज व्हेन डिड ही मीट महेश शेट्टी? 26th May 26th he met Mahesh Shetty. When he met Mahesh Shetty, he has told everything about Rhea also to Mahesh. That is the reason that they were able to use Mahesh's statement against Rhea and file a FIR. So why did they do that? They could not have done that if Sushant would not have told something about Rhea. Rhea के बारे में सुशांत ने बोला है उसको, and that is the reason. We don't know the whole conversation that Mahesh Shetty would have told to Bihar police or to CBI, correct? We only know part of it, and part of it is that Mahesh के साथ जो conversation हुआ था, he told that मैंने सबका हिसाब कर दिया है भाई, and I am going to come back, I'm going to start doing yoga, I've started doing this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do organic farming. And he also took Mahesh Shetty to his farm, and he probably wanted to partner with Mahesh Shetty, and he said हम लोग साथ में कुछ करेंगे, and then he showed his farm कि यहाँ पे हम लोग ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to leave Bollywood. ये सब बातें महेश शेट्टी से उसने 26th को किया है. तो ये जो 24th 25th को जो केक आया होगा, इसका कोई असर नहीं हुआ होगा उसके ऊपर, बिकॉज इसको बहुत कुछ कुलम कुला उसको और भी इस लड़की के बारे में पता लग गया है कि दिस गर्ल इज नॉट फॉर मी. ओके, सो 26th he talks to Mahesh Shetty. Now that one I will show you guys, that conversation. Where is Mahesh Shetty?
Why do the same glasses?
So we can see how he is connected with all his friends, right? Mahesh Shetty से कांटेक्ट किया उसने, फिर कुशल जवेरी से कांटेक्ट किया. अरे ये क्या डबल, ये दूसरा क्यों आ जाता है यार? ये कहाँ चला गया मेरा वीडियो? ओके, हियर इट इज.
मैं आपको सुशांत केस में सबसे ऑथेंटिक गवाही सुनवाने जा रही हूँ. सुशांत के करीबी दोस्त ने इन्वेस्टिगेशन में पूछताछ के दौरान बहुत बड़ा खुलासा किया है. सुशांत के दोस्त ने जांच के दौरान जो बातें बताई हैं, वो चौंकाने वाली है.
सुशांत केस में दर्ज की गई सबसे प्रामाणिक गवाही का दस्तावेज पहली बार आपके सामने होगा. 14 जून को रहस्यमय मौत से पहले 26 मई को सुशांत 10 मिनट तक फूट फूट कर रोए थे. सुशांत सिंह ने हिसाब किताब करने की बात कही थी. 26 जून को सुशांत ने अपने दिल में रखा एक राज खो दिया था. रिया के घर छोड़ने से पहले सुशांत ने बहुत बड़ा फैसला कर लिया था. सुशांत ने पर्सनल लाइफ को लेकर जो जजमेंट किया, क्या उसी जजमेंट में सुशांत की मौत का सीक्रेट छिपा हुआ है? सबका हिसाब कर दिया हूं. अब मैं सही रास्ते पर आ गया हूं. सबका हिसाब करके सबको हटा दिया हूं. मैं ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग करने जा रहा हूं.
मैं मुंबई से दूर पटना में हूं. मेरे हाथ में सुशांत केस से जुड़ा एक अहम स्टेटमेंट है. इस स्टेटमेंट का एक एक शब्द, एक एक लाइन सुशांत केस से जुड़े तमाम कंफ्यूजन दूर कर सकता है. आज पूरा देश सुशांत मिस्ट्री के सच को जानना चाहता है. आखिर 14 जून को ऐसा क्या हुआ कि सुशांत की मौत हो गई? इस सवाल के जवाब का सुराग मेरे हाथ में मौजूद इस स्टेटमेंट में है. आखिर सुशांत मामले में सबसे बड़ी गवाही किसकी होनी है? क्यों सीबीआई की टीम रिया एंड कंपनी से राज उगलवाने के लिए इस स्टेटमेंट को सॉलिड मान रही है?
सुशांत केस में दर्ज जो स्टेटमेंट हम आपको दिखाने जा रहे हैं, वो सुशांत के सबसे करीबी दोस्त में से एक महेश शेट्टी का है. अब तक महेश शेट्टी सुशांत मिस्ट्री पर ज्यादा नहीं बोले, लेकिन 13 सालों तक सुशांत के दोस्त महेश शेट्टी का बयान बहुत अहम है. अहम क्यों है? इसकी 5 बड़ी बातें समझिए. 26 मई को सुशांत सिंह से मिले थे महेश शेट्टी. 10 मिनट तक महेश को गले लगाकर रोए थे सुशांत. सुशांत सिंह ने महेश शेट्टी को घर बुलाया था. सुशांत ने महेश को फ्यूचर प्लान समझाया था. महेश को अपने फार्म हाउस लेकर गए थे. फ्लैट नंबर 601 के अंदर 14 जून से पहले क्या चल रहा था, पहली बार आपको सुशांत के दोस्त महेश शेट्टी के बयान से पता चलेगा, जो पटना पुलिस को उन्होंने दिया है। यहाँ आपको ये बात याद रखनी है कि सुशांत के संघर्ष के दिनों के साथी हैं महेश शेट्टी। टीवी सीरियल किस देश में है मेरा दिल।
जब से रिया चक्रवर्ती से सुशांत का अफेयर हुआ, तब से वो हम लोगों से और अलग हो गया और दूरी बढ़ती चली गई। इसके बाद सुशांत कुछ गलत लोगों के सर्कल में फंस गया। मैंने कई बार उन्हें आगाह भी किया, लेकिन वो मेरी बात नहीं माने। वो मुझसे बातचीत भी कम करने लगे।
अप्रैल 2019 में सुशांत की जिंदगी में रिया आई और तभी से सुशांत की लाइफ बदल गई। सुशांत को पहले से जानने वाले तकरीबन सभी लोगों का बयान यही है। पटना पुलिस को दिए बयान में महेश ने 26 मई को सुशांत से हुई मुलाकात का बड़ा खुलासा किया। बयान के मुताबिक
अचानक 26 मई 2020 को सुशांत ने कॉल करके मुझे बांद्रा वाले नए घर बुलाया, तो मैं उनके घर गया। सुशांत मुझे घर के अंदर ले जाना चाह रहे थे, लेकिन मैं घर नहीं गया। मैं बाहर से ही उन्हें मिला। सुशांत घर से बाहर आए तो करीब 10 मिनट तक वो मुझसे गले मिले और बोलने लगे कि दोस्त, जिसको जो देना था दे दिया, अब मैं सही रास्ते पर आ गया हूँ। सबका हिसाब करके सबको हटा दिया है। मैं योगासन करने लगा हूँ।
महेश के बयान के मुताबिक सुशांत अपनी जिंदगी का बड़ा फैसला कर चुके थे। सुशांत अपने पास्ट को भूलकर पूरी तरह नई मंजिल की ओर बढ़ रहे थे और गुजरे हुए वक्त में उन्हें अपने पुराने दोस्तों के छूटने का मलाल भी था। अगर सुशांत नई मंजिल की ओर देख रहे थे तो 26 मई के बाद अचानक 14 जून को क्या हुआ?
महेश शेट्टी के बयान के मुताबिक सुशांत ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग का पूरा सेटअप कर चुके थे।
अब मैं सही रास्ते पर आ गया हूँ। सबका हिसाब करके सबको हटा दिया है। मैं योग आसन करने लगा हूँ। उसने ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग करने का प्रस्ताव दिया। इसके बाद वो मुझे पावना डैम वाले फार्म हाउस पर ले गया था, जहाँ उसने ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग के लिए कुछ यंत्र भी खरीद रखे थे। उसको देखकर ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि आत्महत्या भी कर सकता है। वो दिमाग का बहुत तेज था। अचानक 14 जून 2020 को मालूम हुआ कि सुशांत सिंह ने खुद
सो अकॉर्डिंग टू हिज स्टेटमेंट यू कैन सी कि उसने सारे यंत्र भी, इक्विपमेंट्स भी खरीद रखे थे, राइट, ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग सबके लिए। सो ये सब वो ऑलरेडी कर रहा था इस अप्रैल मई में, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाई वी सी इन द कॉन्वर्सेशंस where he's talking about even in those audio leaks, right, he's talking about कि मैं फार्मिंग करेंगे हम लोग, ये वो कुछ चीजें भी उसमें भी निकली थी। जबकि वो बोल रही है कि गोवा जाएंगे, गोवा जाके कुछ टाइम रहेंगे, ऐसे सब बोल रही है, राइट, क्योंकि वो तो उसको उसी तरफ खींचेगी ना जहां उसको बर्बाद करना है, तो वो बोल रही है। बट ये वो नहीं बोल रहा था। ऑडियो लिक्स में भी ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि फार्म हाउस में रहेंगे कुछ टाइम। व्हाई? बिकॉज हिज प्लान्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, राइट। सो ये सब कॉन्वर्सेशन ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं। दैट इज द रीजन दैट उसको ऑलरेडी आइडिया आ चुका है कि रिया इज अगेंस्ट माई फार्मिंग एंड ऑल दिस, शी डजंट लाइक ऑल दिस आइडिया। दैट इज वाई उसने अपने दिमाग में ये बना लिया था कि इस लड़की को मैं अपने लाइफ से हटाता हूँ। दैट इज द रीजन ही हैज टोल्ड ऑल दैट टू महेश शेट्टी, दैट मैं सबका हिसाब कर चुका हूँ एंड एवरीथिंग। ऑफिशियली मे भी उसने बोला नहीं, या ये भी हो सकता है कि उसने बोला भी होगा, ये लड़की जा नहीं रही होगी, ये भी हो सकता है, राइट। ये तो जबरदस्ती उसके ये में वी नो हाउ जबरदस्ती घुसी है वो लाइफ में। पहली बार भी वो ऐसे ही घुसी है उसके घर में। सो ये हो सकता है कि वो उसको कुछ बोल रहा होगा बट वो सुन नहीं रही होगी, राइट। शी माइट बी ट्राइंग टू स्टिल लाइक trying to console him, still trying to reconcile with him, वो कर रही होगी। बट ये कुछ बोल रहा होगा उसको मे में these things are happening, right? So we saw that. So now May 26th he meets him, okay? So उससे हमें पता चलता है कि तभी ऑलरेडी उसने डिसीजन बना दिया था, रिया को छोड़ने का बना दिया था। That is the reason that Mahesh Shetty was able to tell all this to the cops in a statement, right? So now I will go back. I think I have one more, and उसके बाद I'm going to open the StreamYard. If anybody wants to join, please join. अभी भेज देती हूँ because और एक चीज है, उसके बाद हमारा sequence खत्म करूँगी क्योंकि I don't want to do the whole of June part. We will do that later क्योंकि बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा, 3 घंटा हो गया already. So I'm sending the StreamYard. People can join. अगर किसी को join करना है, please join me. I know थोड़ा लंबा हो गया, 3 घंटा हो गया ऑलरेडी, एंड अभी ऑलरेडी फिर इट इज लेट इन इंडिया एंड आई कैन टेक सम कमेंट्स आल्सो इन द एंड। बट सो 26 तक हमने देख लिया कि वो ऑलरेडी डिसीजन बना चुका था। नाउ लेट अस, आई विल जस्ट शो यू लिटिल बिट ऑफ द वीडियो ऑफ सिद्धार्थ पिटानी का, क्योंकि दिशा का जब सब हुआ दैट्स व्हेन मोर गड़बड़ चीजें हुई हैं, राइट? सो दैट वन आई विल शेयर लिटिल बिट. I think this one. अच्छा, यहाँ पे
us at this moment is Savio Rodriguez. He is the chief editor of Goa Chronicle. Binay Singh, who is a political analyst. Aniket Nikam, he's an advocate. Savio Rodriguez.
Okay, so यहाँ पे I'm just reading also this stuff that they're showing here, right? Because ये पिटानी ने बोला that clearly he told कि Rhea took his laptop, hard drive, everything. SSR said Rhea took his laptop and hard drive, right? Encrypted calls were made between June 11th and 13th. There were encrypted calls made. So SSR made frantic calls also during that same time. So yeah, June ki baat.
Of course, and I introduced him, Swapnil Kothari, who is again a senior lawyer and is continuing to stay with us on this broadcast. And of course, Rajlakshmi Joshi as well, who's a political analyst. Second, come to you first. You would remember Rhea's interview to a friendly channel where when she was asked about Pitani confessing to the CBI that there was a clean out of certain hard drives that were removed from Sushant's house on the 8th of June. And this is something that Rhea was coordinating. Rhea had refuted those allegations and she had said that I am willing to confront Pitani on this. Nothing like this had happened. Now, as far as Pitani's current statement is concerned, this is once again matching what those close to Sushant has said, be it the testimonies that have been given to Republic or also Smita Prakash, who's also said that post Disha's death, Sushant had feared for his life. At a time, Savio now, when those same channels are also trying to push reports saying that the agency is ruling out the murder angle and not much has been found on this front, with the kind of details that are emerging now, it is so important that Rhea must be questioned on all these details. And it is very important how she's being questioned by the NCB right now, the other agencies working together on this case.
In this cover-up, CBI and the investigation agencies,
where she's written details about a Zoom party that had happened and how she had attended that party. She says that Disha was full of life. And the fact that when as best friends, they got this news that it was a suicide.
They're talking about Rashmi Desai यहाँ पे. तो इसके बारे में तो हमने पहले भी बात किया था. I've already showed you guys that Zoom meeting and all that, right? So now let's not go into this now. But basically, this much only I wanted to cover today till June, that May end तक you can see कि वो already अपना decision बना चुका था. It was right. It was just a matter of him probably telling Rhea that I'm done with you, right? It was just a matter of that. तो उसके बाद खत्म हो जाता उनका सब कुछ. But it has taken some time for him to do all that, क्योंकि ये शायद तब भी उसको reconcile करने की कोशिश कर रही होगी, and that is the reason it's taken time for him. And if you see June में she is again, and then इसीलिए वो अपना sympathy card खेलने लगी है उसके बाद she is tried to show in front of Sushant जैसे कि she is not well, like she is getting depressed. Because she tells in that interview also, right, she made an appointment with Susan Walker. So she makes an appointment with Susan Walker when on June 7th, I think. And then he says that you cannot have that thing here, right? So June 8th, she leaves the house, right? So she says, no, I have a session with Susan, and then uske baad मैं जाऊंगी करके. And he says, no, you can have your session. This is her wordings again, not his wordings. That's what she's saying. That he told, no, you won't have that session here, but you can have it in your house. तो तुम यहाँ से जाओ करके, he said, right? तो ये सेशन भी बहुत प्लान्ड होके हुआ है. वाई? सूजन वॉकर के साथ उसका कोई भी कांटेक्ट नहीं है फॉर सच ए लॉन्ग टाइम. प्रॉब्ली रिया वाज स्टिल इन कांटेक्ट, नॉट सुशांत, राइट? सुशांत को वो उसने ऑलरेडी वो जो मेडिसिन थे वो उसने मार्च में छोड़ दिया था, मार्च 2020 में उसने छोड़ दिया था लेना. सो ही इज नॉट हैड एनी कांटेक्ट विद दीज काइंड ऑफ डॉक्टर्स दैट टाइम, राइट? सो नाउ दिस गर्ल बिकॉज वो देख रही है कि सब कुछ बिगड़ रहा है चीजें यहाँ पे सुशांत के साथ, सुशांत को बहुत कुछ चीजें पता चल रही है एंड मे बी सुशांत इज ट्राइंग टू गेट रिड ऑफ हर, ये सब जब पता चल रही है तो शी इज ट्राइंग टू कंसोल हिम, शी इज ट्राइंग टू रिकंसाइल विद हिम, सेड्यूस हिम, व्हाटएवर, राइट? At this time she's also trying to play a sympathy card with him, right? And she's trying to act like, oh, she's not well, and still try to drag it and try to stay there in the house. देखो कितनी desperate लड़की थी ये, right? Okay. And then उस time में ही she has told कि सूजन के साथ ये है, why? So that अगर सूजन आके इसका कुछ करेगी, right, वो उसके कंसल्टेशन के लिए आएगी, then she will kind of also get Sushant into it again. She can get Sushant into it again. Same time, she has told Susan, she left the house, right? If she left the house, what was her need to tell Susan? Maybe when she met Susan again, she has told Susan that उसके मेंटल ये के बारे में कुछ नहीं बोल रही है वो इंटरव्यू में, बट वो ये बोल रही है, सुजन वॉकर का स्टेटमेंट था दैट रिया टोल्ड हर ऑन इन जून दैट सुशांत का हालत डिटीरियरेट हो रहा है, कि उसका हालत खराब हो रहा है करके। वो क्यों बोली जून में? जून में तो ये बिल्कुल ठीक था, जून में तो ये शी इज ट्राइंग टू गेट रिड ऑफ हर, राइट? मे एंड में इज ऑलरेडी मेड दैट डिसीजन. We can see that from the way he's told Mahesh Shetty everything. He's already made his decision in his head. Maybe it was just a matter of telling her, right? And उसको भी बोला होगा, but she was not listening. ये बातें थोड़ी वो इंटरव्यू में बोलेगी, no, he wanted to break up with me in May. She's not going to tell that, because then that will put her into another this thing कि why from May he was trying to break up with you, but you went in June. ऐसे आ जाएगा फिर. So I think कि मे के बाद भी he has also tried to break up with her, but वो हुआ नहीं होगा because ये लड़की जा नहीं रही होगी and sympathy card खेल रही होगी at that time, and that is the reason she then उल्टा पीछे से सूजन को ये बोल रही होगी कि इसका हालत खराब हो रहा है, okay? Because अब उसको जून में पता लग गया, जून 8 को she knew that this guy कुछ करना पड़ेगा इसका, right? ये पता लग गया उसको, वो जो भी उसके आकाए हैं उनको बॉसेस को बोली होगी, तो उनको पता लग गया होगा अब दिशा के बाद इसको अभी ऐसे नहीं छोड़ सकते हम लोग. सो दैट इज व्हेन, बिकॉज ही नोस टू मच, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई शी वाज टेलिंग सूजन दैट, सो दैट बाद में ये केस अच्छी तरह बन जाए कि somebody will be there to come and tell कि इसकी हालत खराब थी करके, राइट? सूजन will tell that. So that is what was going on here, okay? So we have connected it all to June right now. अब जून की बात अलग है, वो एक और वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे पूरा जून में जो हुआ है चीजें, एंड वी विल गेट इनटू दैट. बट यहाँ पे क्लियरली वी सॉ द होल क्रोनोलॉजी. इफ यू फॉलो यू कैन सी कि जनवरी से लेके जून तक क्या हो रहा था, राइट? सुशांत को मार्च से ही ऑलरेडी चीजें पता लग गई थी. वो जनवरी से ही इज बीन ट्राइंग टू गेट रिड ऑफ दिस गर्ल, ओके, बट ही इज नॉट एबल टू. So there might have been some more things that this girl would be, he would be scared that this girl would go out and expose, right, of his, whether it's bipolar and all those things, right? वो सच है या झूठ है ये कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, right? जब मीडिया पे चला जाता है तो सब कुछ सच ही हो जाता है, right? When people spread it. So that could also be something that he's scared of in his mind, and that's why he's taken his time to get rid of her. He's trying to make sure that it's fine and try to get rid of her in a proper amicable way, so that uske sath पंगा नहीं हो उसका. So that is what has happened till the end. So that's what I think, okay? So that is what I wanted to cover, guys. So I'm going to take some comments now. I think I'm done to show you guys of all the things that we have talked about till now. And okay, thank you so much for refreshing our memory. Yes, Gayatri ji. वैसे Rhea did acting real time and got away with it. Yes, she did. She's an actor in real life. Yes, no doubt. How manipulative. Correct. With existing material, you have. I'm going to wait for a few minutes. Agar if anybody want to join, give their views. Now, I think since I'm done with everything, I will take people. Anybody who can join, and I will take you guys live, and we can discuss a little bit and then end the session. Jyoti ji, no, Maya ji is saying with existing material you establish very good convincing timeline. Yes, that's what I'm trying to establish is timeline. इसमें बीच में बहुत सारी चीजें मिस हुई होंगी, तो अगर कोई और कवर कर रहा है then you can actually kind of mix that with this and make even perfect timeline. But जितना मुझे public में जो available है जितना है उसके हिसाब से I've tried to connect this, and May becomes very important because May में बहुत कुछ चीजें हुई है मई जून में. वैसे तो जनवरी से ही हो रही है what we saw, right? So, and how Disha came in and why Disha would come in, why they got Disha in. We can see all that why they would try to get her in, why Shruti Modi was perfect for them, why did they try to get Disha then, right? So we kind of established all that कि क्यों ये सब हो रहा था, because मार्च से ही वो already अपना कुछ सब कुछ पता लगाने की कोशिश कर रहा था, because he started leaving his medicine and all. So hope the agencies take note of all the hard work done by you, Freeze, and few other people. I hope so. Who knows? ये सब तो हमें अगर इतना इजी पड़ रहा है तो उनको तो पता होना चाहिए ये सब चीजें. रिया को ड्रग्स देकर ही सब बक देगी, राइट? एंड ये सब चीजें तो हम लास्ट ईयर से ही देख रहे हैं. ओनली थिंग इज वी आर नॉट डन लाइक ए क्रोनोलॉजिकल थिंग टू से कि ये इसके बाद ये हुआ, इसके बाद ये हुआ है, राइट? तो वो अब हम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. थैंक यू जगन जी. सो मैंने StreamYard भेजा है. इफ एनीबडी वांट टू जॉइन दे कैन जॉइन. कैन हैव अ स्मॉल चिट चैट बिफोर आई क्लोज. Right, Hemaji, we still don't know what really happened after Disha's death. Everything is still a theory after Disha's death. Yes, after Disha's death, जो जून की बात हम करेंगे, then I will cover that some things that we know, right? Some things that we know from what all the things that are available for us. But दिशा के साथ एक्चुअली क्या हुआ वो तो राइट, वो तो हमें एक्चुअली पता नहीं होगा. CBI should do narcotic test of Rhea and Pitani. See, till the last moment उसने जो ट्रस्ट फिर भी वो पिटानी और दीपेश के ऊपर जो रखा, क्योंकि 14th जून 14th उसके कॉन्वर्सेशन फिर भी दीपेश के थ्रू हो रहे थे विद that means till the end of his breath. This is what is the saddest thing, that he's kept his trust on these two people at least, right? ठीक है, उसने रिया को ट्रस्ट नहीं किया, सैमुअल ये सब को ट्रस्ट नहीं किया, but he's kept this trust on these two people who also deceived him. That is why ये लोग बहुत बड़े क्रिमिनल्स हो जाते हैं हमारे माइंड में, बिकॉज दीज पीपल के ऊपर इसने फिर भी ट्रस्ट रखा लास्ट मोमेंट तक, जिन्होंने उसका साथ फिर भी नहीं दिया. May or may not be, Mahesh never uttered a single word in public. He's not going to utter a word in public because he would, if he would have given a statement in the police and everything, the lawyers would not encourage him to tell anything in public, and that's why he never came out in public. ये अलग बात है कि आजकल हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि वो भी अपने काम के लिए वो लोग अपना भी तो देखेंगे लाइफ, राइट? वो जितना हेल्प कर सकते हैं उतना कर रहे हैं, किया. अब वो भी देख रहा होगा शायद कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, तो लोगों ने उसको भी इन्फ्लुएंस किया होगा. सो वी डोंट नो हिज सिचुएशन नाउ, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन, बट एटलीस्ट एट दैट टाइम ही केम आउट एंड एटलीस्ट देयर वाज ए FIR because of him. But now I don't know. My shit is also suspicious, right now I cannot comment on him much just because but IK is telling that he is very trustworthy. Neha is saying no. So we don't know. Right now we don't know the situation, right? हो सकता है कि वो बाहर कहीं कुछ और दिखा रहा हो, अंदर फिर भी हेल्प कर रहा हो, ये भी हो सकता है, राइट? मे बी लोगों को दिखाने के लिए वो ऐसे दिखा रहा हो जस्ट बिकॉज ही नोस कि बहुत इन्फ्लुएंशियल लोग हैं इसके पीछे, तो वो भी हो सकता है, राइट? एंड उसको भी काम चाहिए, वो थोड़ी ऐसे ही बैठ सकता है विदाउट वर्क. बॉलीवुड इज नॉट गोइंग टू गिव हिम वर्क अदरवाइज. सो हो सकता है उसने भी यूटर्न लिया. सो आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू ट्रस्ट एट दिस पॉइंट एक्चुअली विद माय स्टडी. Hema ji, sorry to say, but trust Pitani to trust was a very, very big mistake. Exactly. No, you don't need to be sorry. That's the biggest mistake he has done, is trusting this Pitani and this Deepesh guy till the end. Okay. तो इसीलिए जो पिटानी को पकड़े हैं, ये सही है कि उसको पकड़े, किसी भी एंगल में पकड़े हो, बट इसको फ्री होना नहीं पड़ता. आई डोंट नो, आई हैव नॉट हर्ड एनीथिंग अबाउट पिटानी येट. इज ही स्टिल in custody? I have to look into that to see according to me I think he's still in custody, right, of NCB. Mahesh is also very strange. Yeah, he's now in Ajay Devgan's film and appears totally disinterested in Sushant case, right? So इसलिए हमें पता नहीं है कि क्या चल रहा होगा पीछे. देखते हैं. We'll only know by what CBI is going to come with. उसी से ही हमें सब पता चलेगा. This channel wanted to portray abetment to suicide angle. Which channel? I don't know which channel you're talking about. Hope you're not talking about my channel. Neha ji, exactly, Maya ji. That he was in a bad company and because of that he killed himself. Acha. That he was in a bad company and because of that he killed himself? No, why would he kill himself for that? He didn't even know he was in a bad company, first of all. That's the point. He didn't even know, right? He realized it so late that he was in a bad company. And फिर भी उसने ट्रस्ट किया है दो लोगों के ऊपर एंड तक. Same way, CBI also wants to keep going on with the death on overdosed angle. They want to go with the overdose angle. नहीं, but overdose angle से भी कैसे प्रूव करेंगे वो? ओवरडोज एंगल से भी तो प्रूव नहीं कर सकते हैं ना. हाउ कैन दे से कि ओवरडोज होने से थोड़ी वो अपने आप को मारेगा. उसका नी क्यों टूटा हुआ था, उसका प्रूफ तो हमारे पास है. मैंने अपने वीडियोस में भी दिखाया है उसका नी का किस तरह दिख रहा है, राइट. सो वो कैसे टूटा था, उसका लिगेचर मार्क कैसे आया, तो विदाउट एनी सपोर्ट हाउ डिड ही इवन हैंग हिमसेल्फ. सो they cannot. How can they even say that? They cannot prove that, right? How can they say कि overdose हुआ? Overdose होने से then overdose होके मर जाएगा, वो थोड़ी hanged होगा फिर. तो वो भी तो प्रूव नहीं होता ना. सो कहीं से भी कुछ नहीं होता है प्रूव. सुसाइड they cannot prove from any statement. That is not a right statement. No, I cannot trust it. I am not going to trust it because मेरा point है, I mean मेरा क्वेश्चन जगन जी को नहीं है. मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि सीबीआई को, कि वो ऐसे आ ही नहीं सकते हैं, वो ऐसे बोल ही नहीं सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास इतना प्रूफ है जो हम दिखा रहे हैं कि वो अपने आप को हैंग कर ही नहीं सकता है. सो देयर इज नो वे दे कैन कम आउट. इफ दे कम आउट देन दे आर द मोस्ट यूजलेस सीबीआई इन द वर्ल्ड. ओके, तो सीबीआई की तो हमें तो जरूरत ही नहीं है इंडिया में. तो हम लोग बैन सीबीआई शुरू कर देंगे. उसके बाद अगर वो ये सब करेंगे तो होल वर्ल्ड इज गोइंग टू बी शाउटिंग एट देम कि वी हैव टू बैन दिस सीबीआई इन इंडिया. इंडिया की सीबीआई की कोई जरूरत है ही नहीं, क्योंकि ये लोग कुछ कर नहीं रहे. तो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू रिटेलिएट. जगन जी, अगर ये लोग ऐसे आएंगे तो हमारा रिटेलिएशन ऐसे ही होगा सीबीआई के अगेंस्ट. एंड नॉट ओनली दैट, we will not care. We will go against our own PM. We are not going to care about all this. We will go against our own PM and BJP कहीं नहीं रहेगा. Oh my God, I have not read so many messages. मैं अभी देख रही हूँ क्योंकि मेरा स्लो जाता है ये जो. It's a big shame on Pitani knew all this, right? Hema ji, we should ask Reis ji. He must be knowing when SSR and Mahesh Shetty came to the farm, right? Yeah, but वो जान के क्या करेंगे हम लोग. वो तो महेश शेट्टी खुद बोला है कि he went with him to the farm house. So we are going to believe that. I know, mind your business. अच्छा, नीतू नानी जी बोल रही है. So it's okay नानी जी, कोई भी कुछ भी बोले, it doesn't matter. We are not going to trust it. We are not going to go with it. That's all. Okay, that is about Julian Assange and all. It doesn't matter to this topic, so I'm not going to take that. We should also know that only a part of statements are shown. More revealing facts must be concealed for investigation purpose. Right, Pushpa ji, वही मैं बोल रही हूँ. Lot of things are there we don't know, right? Even महेश शेट्टी का statement जो है, हमें इतना ही पता है जितना वो मीडिया दिखा रहा है, जितना वो मीडिया को दिए होंगे दिखाने के लिए. रिया के बारे में बहुत कुछ होगा जो उसने बोला होगा, जो SSR ने उसको बोला होगा. Neetu ji, I was talking about the India TV channel which Hema ji was showing regarding Mahesh's statement. Check the conversation before me. Oh, acha, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. IK, I think you were talking about some other channel, and Nani ji thought you were talking about my channel. That's why she tried to support me, and that's why she was saying that. So it is fine. Two things are very clear, right? Jyoti ji, Hema ji, we are with you. Yes, Hema ji, thank you so much. I know that SSR chats with his cousin that he is doing yoga and he is recovering. So what Mahesh is claiming seems to be right. Correct. Mahesh, correct. Yes, seems to be right. That is, see, Mahesh की वजह से FIR हुआ है. Let's not forget that though. Okay, let's not forget that. वो कुछ भी कर रहा होगा अभी, उसको भी डर है, वो भी प्रेशर में होगा, वो भी फियर में होगा. सो जो भी कर रहा होगा उसकी वजह से भी कर रहा होगा. So let us not dismiss that angle also. That is the reason I don't try to openly target him, because अगर ये एक विटनेस है एक FIR के लिए, I don't want to target that person. Hummingbird, I agree with the yoga part. Okay, forget about that other TV channel. See, we are not going to really trust any TV channel. We are using our own brains also to see कि क्या हुआ है. ये तो मैंने एक चैनल का आपको दिखाया, बट ये मैं सिर्फ एक चैनल का दिखा के आपको बोल रही हूँ, क्योंकि मैं बार बार सारे चैनल का तो नहीं दिखा सकती ना. तो रिपब्लिक पे भी महेश शेट्टी का स्टेटमेंट है, टाइम्स नाउ पे भी ये सब है. सो वो सब देख के ही मैं एक चैनल का आपको एज ए प्रूफ दिखा रही हूँ बस. दैट डजंट मीन आई ट्रस्ट दैट मीडिया जो मैं दिखा रही हूँ, राइट. I am going with my own brains. Just to show you as a proof, I'm just showing you that. We cannot trust that media, correct? But ये सारी चीजें सेम चीजें रिपब्लिक टाइम्स और सब पे आई है. But I had to share so many videos, so I picked up one of them. As long as Mahesh Shetty makes sense, the yoga statement, right. Right, agree with you. Hummingbird, okay, Hema. Nihira ji is saying, good day to you, very good session, a lot of content has been shared. The way explaining like a good teacher. Yes, I am. Actually, I'm a very good teacher. मैं बच्चों को पढ़ाती थी जब मैं इंजीनियर, like I'm very good in like teaching kids. And जब मैं अपना इंजीनियरिंग खत्म की थी, when I went back to my place and I stayed there for a while before I got married, right? So like I was sick for a while after my engineering and all. मुझे टाइफाइड हुआ था and मैं घर चली गई थी, and I stayed there for a while. At that time when I recovered and everything, तो मैंने बच्चों को 8th स्टैंडर्ड से लेके 12th स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चों को केवी के वहाँ पे जो टाउनशिप में हम लोग रहते थे, आई यूज्ड टू लिव इन अ टाउनशिप, एंड तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, माय डैड यूज्ड टू वर्क फॉर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. सो दैट टाइम जो केवीके के बच्चे हैं, जो 8th स्टैंडर्ड से लेके 12th तक के बच्चे, तो उनको मैं मैथ्स पढ़ाती थी. सो आई यूज्ड टू टेक क्लासेस. सुबह आते थे ट्यूशन जैसा, राइट, ट्यूशन लेते हैं लाइक दैट, एंड दे वुड कम. एंड आई रिमेंबर मेरे क्लास में एवरीबडी, जितना भी वीक स्टूडेंट हो ना, क्योंकि 10th के बोर्ड्स कितने इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं इंडिया में, राइट, 10th और 12th के बोर्ड्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. ऑल स्टूडेंट पास्ड. अगर वो किसी और चीज में भी अच्छे नहीं किए ना, मैथ में बहुत अच्छे किए, सो दे ऑल लाइक पास्ड विद वेरी गुड मार्क्स. सो आई यूज्ड टू टेक math tuitions. I did that for like almost like 6 months maybe. I took classes morning, evening, ऐसे घर में थी आराम से. So I was like अपना health ठीक कर रही थी before I get married and all. So I did that. So like marriage was already fixed. I already had my college whatever boyfriend that I was marrying, sweetheart, at that time. But so at that time I took tuitions to the classes, to the teachers. ये अलग बात है कि आज मैं अपने बच्चों को नहीं पढ़ा सकती, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बहुत अलग होता है पढ़ाई, द वे दे टीच एंड एवरीथिंग, राइट. सो व्हेन आई ट्राई टू टीच देम हियर, ऑफ कोर्स उसका उनका फाउंडेशन तो हमने किया है. एज ए मॉम आई हैव ओनली डन द फाउंडेशन, बट बाद में ना यहाँ पे पढ़ाना ना बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि हमारा जो जिस तरह पढ़ाई होता था, इनका जिस तरह है, इट्स अ लिटिल बिट डिफरेंट. सो दे गेट वेरी कंफ्यूज्ड व्हेन आई ट्राई टू टीच देम, एंड इट इज वेरी शॉकिंग टू मी. आई एम लाइक, आई एम a good teacher, like, you know, why you don't like me teaching? Like my older kid, when my older kids explain something to my younger son, I have 2 boys. So when he explains to my younger one, he understands it better than me explaining to him. So if he has something, he will go to him. He won't come to me, like. So that is, you know, how it is. But I am a very good teacher. So I have done teaching job also that way. So Hummingbird earlier, truth statement sold. Great analysis. Thank you so much, Usha. Hummingbird, honestly, can't believe them, but it's up to them, everyone. Okay, so I guess nobody's going to come live right now. It might be too late for you guys, so that's fine. मैं just ये सब आंसर करके खत्म करूंगी. Neera, please tag someone else as long as is on the case. Tag along with her as well, perhaps Mr. Subodh Jaiswal. आजकल मैं थोड़ा सा सुबोध जायसवाल का मिल गया मुझे टैग. So in Twitter I'm trying to tag them. So you know what, ये लोग इन लोगों को परेशान करो. ये लोगों को परेशान हो जाना चाहिए कि हम लोग टैग कर रहे हैं. Lot of the things I'm trying to tag PMO, HMO, now Subodh Jaiswal also, because सिर्फ नुपुर को टैग कर रहे थे हम लोग. Now tag Subodh Jaiswal also. If you see my Twitter, you'll find his Twitter handle. So tag him also. Let us परेशान करते हैं इन लोगों को. CBI cannot come with anything other than that, other than murder for us. Okay, so we will keep tagging them. And even जो सचिन जी ने भेजा था कुछ चीजें, उनको भी मैंने रीट्वीट किया है. So look at that also. Go do that also. PMO का जो ग्रीवेंस वेबसाइट है वहां पे जाके करो. हर एंगल से हमें परेशान करना है इन लोगों को, बट इन ए प्रॉपर वे, सो दैट वो लोग देखे कि you know that people are active. That's what they need to see. Ki people are active, they want to know this, and we cannot be doing this. So that's what we need them to understand. Hema, where RC ordered the cake from NCB, busted that bakery, perhaps still closed. Acha, maybe. I think that bakery that they busted was some other bakery that I heard that NCB ne jo bust kiya tha. I don't know if it was the same bakery. All know that Sushant, that trust is Pitani and Miranda was a big mistake. Correct. Long time Nihira, all is well, fabulous, hard. Okay, Ashnu ji is talking to Nihira ji यहाँ पे. So people are talking to each other in the chats. Hema ji, we should ask. Okay, अच्छा, ये same chat है I think. मैं धीरे धीरे जा रही हूँ because मेरा धीरे धीरे जाता है यहाँ पे comments. I think I have a 60-second delay. We should also know that only part of statements are shown. More revealing facts must be concealed for अच्छा ये सेम चीज पढ़ रही हूँ फिर से मैं. कैसे सेम चीज पढ़ रही हूँ? It is different here, Hema. Correct, Hummingbird. It is very different here. So that's why they get confused. So I don't teach. Like I feel like my son, you know, I feel like the math he does, I'm also not that smart to do that math, I feel nowadays. Like I can't teach him. He's like totally like high level than me, I feel. जबकि मैं 12th स्टैंडर्ड तक पढ़ाती थी मैथ इंडिया में. इंडिया का मैथ तो हमें पता है कितना टफ होता था, राइट? 12th तक हमें वी वुड कवर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बाय फ्रॉम यंगर एज इटसेल्फ इन मैथ. As per report, Sushant was changing his number frequently. If so, he would have had to keep his bank accounts also updated in the latest number every time, right? But उसको बहुत लेट में पता चला ये सब चीजें, right? When he started digging, and वो जो भी कर रहा था ना वो चीजें फिर रिया को जा रही थी. That is the problem that's happened here is वो जो भी कुछ करने की कोशिश कर रहा था रिया को information वो फिर भी जा रहा था because of these people, these staff is the one who has helped a lot. Yes, tag Jaiswal बोल रही है नीरा जी. They are thick skinned. Tagging big shots is not going to help. They are used to ignoring, I know, but still we will bombard them with Twitter, right? We will show them that we are still here. That's what we are trying to show them. Padma ji is saying, okay, bye everyone. He trusted, betrayed him, and it is very sad and awful. Yes, Padma ji. Yes, it is. Okay, so नमस्ते उल्वेश्वर जी. आई थिंक मैंने बहुत हिंदी में बात किया है आज, सो होपफुली आपको सब समझ में आ गया होगा. सो that is it, and please don't target anybody in my chats also. Please don't target anybody because सी ये मेरे ऊपर है, राइट? मैं उनको पढ़ रही हूँ तो मेरे ऊपर है, मैं उसको लूँ या नहीं लूँ, या मैं अपने हिसाब से सोच के ही तो बताऊंगी, राइट? सो इट डजेंट मैटर कि कोई कौन क्या थियरी फ्लोट कर रहा है या क्या कर रहा है. इट रियली डजेंट मैटर. अगर वो कुछ चैट में कुछ बोल भी रहे हैं तो मेरे पास उसके लिए आंसर है, राइट? सो यू डोंट हैव टू गेट वरीड एंड ट्राई टू टारगेट पीपल इन द चैट. सो प्लीज डोंट डू दैट बिकॉज वी ऑल हैव आवर ब्रेन. सो कोई कुछ भी बोल रहा है, वी विल ऑल्सो यूज आवर ब्रेन्स एंड टॉक. सो इट डजेंट रियली मैटर दैट मच. हमें किसी को भी टारगेट करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है यहाँ पे. ओके, people can have different views, okay, based on something else that they're following or something else that they are seeing. So इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि they are completely propagating something else or they're completely doing something. It doesn't matter. हम लोग convince करेंगे उनको. That's it, with what we think, right? So as long as we don't listen to that, it's fine. We are good. So I think that's it. Yeah, अच्छा, Jissy is saying, as per report, Sushant. Oh, achha, I read this message already. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, guys. 3.5 hours ho gaya. I think I will end it since nobody is joining live anyway. So I think I will end this session. So please go back and thank you for the few people that came on and talked a little bit. I think it was Advocate Anamika ji. Thank you so much, and hope to see you back again. And also Brijesh ji, thank you so much. And then किसने join किया? बिंदु जी, thank you so much. And Dinesh ji joined, but then he went away क्योंकि मैं analysis ही कर रही थी. I was waiting कि कुछ लोग add हो जाए, then I will take few people after I do something. So I think he left. So Dinesh ji, please join me later in some other session. If you're listening, you can join now also. I can take you now. I can take anybody right now. Thank you, Ashnur ji. Thank you so much. And yes, Nihira ji, everyone, please like the video, share. You're the first one telling that, like the video. क्योंकि मैं हमेशा जब आई थिंक स्टाइल के चैनल पे जाती हूँ, वहाँ पे बहुत लोग हैं जो स्टाइल को लाइक थोड़ा सा हेल्प करते हैं, प्रमोट करते हैं, राइट? लाइक इस वीडियो एंड सब्सक्राइब इस वीडियो करके. मुझे कोई इतना नहीं करता, सो थैंक यू सो मच नीरा जी फॉर डूइंग दैट. सो एवरीबडी शेयर द वीडियो सो दैट ये क्रोनोलॉजी शेयर हो जाए, सो वी कैन मेक श्योर एवरीबडी नोज दिस कि कब क्या हुआ था, उसी टाइम पे क्या हो रहा था सुशांत के साथ. सो इट विल मेक सेंस फॉर एवरीबडी टू अंडरस्टैंड. Everything is in social media, right? I'm just sharing everything that's already there, just connecting that, dots kind of. So thank you so much, guys. See you all next session, and we will meet in another session. Let me see if I can do one tonight for you guys. No, I can't do. Tomorrow is Monday for me, so बहुत ही मुश्किल है मुझे वो करना, क्योंकि मंडे मेरा सुबह सुबह जल्दी मेरा वर्क शुरू हो जाता है. सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी टू डू. जितना भी मैं चाहूँ ना रोज करने का, नहीं होता है मुझसे, नहीं कर सकती मैं वर्क बिकॉज ऑफ माई वर्क. सो दैट इज वाई इतना लंबा सेशन कर रही हूँ अभी, एंड अभी भी लेट हो जाता है, दैट नोबडी कैन ज्वाइन. सो एनीवे, इट्स फाइन. यस, थैंक यू हमिंग बर्ड फॉर वॉचिंग and joining. Ashnur ji, Nihira ji, everybody, Ulveshwar ji, Jyoti ji, and all the 55 who are watching me till now, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you have missed anything, please go back, watch the whole video, and watch my previous videos, because hold on a second. So okay, my kid was calling me. So see you all in my next session. Bye guys. फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेशन में. जय हिंद, जय भारत. एंड प्लीज सारे पूरा वीडियो वॉच करो, लाइक करो, कमेंट करो, एंड प्लीज शेयर करो. एंड कुछ भी मैं शेयर करती हूँ ट्विटर पे, प्लीज रीट्वीट करो उसको प्लीज. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक माई लिंक, टेक माई वीडियो लिंक एंड शेयर इट ऑन योर ट्वीट, on your Twitter. Please do that. Help me kind of spread this knowledge everywhere. So please do that. Because I know कि आज भी है लोग जो कुछ चीजें दिखाते हैं, but जैसे कि वो केक का मैं बोली, आज भी लोग ऐसे कुछ चीजें हैं जो बात करते हैं दिखाते हैं. Just because I don't know, maybe they have not seen my video, right? They would not have seen these other videos. They are focusing only on their channel and doing their stuff, right? So that's why they would not have seen. So that's why it's important that you guys share this video so that it reaches more people. So thank you so much, guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and thank you so much. Take care and love you all. Bye, guys.